Welcome back to Dice Revolution, our 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons stream. We are, unfortunately, for a little bit down Stuart, but he will be joining us post-haste. But other than that, the gang is all here. I believe someone has to give a board/video game recommendation today.
And today it will be Hamish.
Wait.
Oh, yeah. Figured there was one of them coming up.
Yeah. So he'll be giving us a recommendation at the end of the day, and it's not going to be anything terraforming Mars related.
What?
It's already been done.
You've already done them all.
What? But
You can't do. You've done it twice, actually.
I recently received the
I don't care.
Ares Expedition expansions,
All right,
and
well,
they're really good.
Recommend it now.
It's on the list, everyone.
You shot yourself in your own foot.
You're like, shit.
The only person responsible for your downfall is you. Other than that, let's just jump directly into a recap. Last session, the party entered the lair of Relax proper, a gold dragon disguised as a dwarf. Lapis was faced with an interesting moral dilemma: to walk away from the fight with her parents in tow, to leave the Wandering Stars behind, or to see through the mission that she had initially sought out to do. The party bicker amongst themselves for a little, trying to figure out the best course of action before you guys took to fighting Relax proper. Some harrowing blows were dealt back and forth. Tywin showed a future where he was happy, one of many futures. And as the party's ranger went into a state of brain death, he re-emerged from his dreamlike dimension, now dead. Lapis was downed, everyone brought significantly low, but as Relax decided that enough was enough, that he had delayed your endeavors to the extreme, he flew up to the ceiling of the cavern of the volcano that you were embedded in and destroyed it as lava began to pool in, as the volcano itself went into a almost eruption-like state. Each of you, through your various means, grouped up and made your way out, and Tilly and Vanta sought to see if they could rescue Lapis's parents, who had been precariously perched at the lip of the volcano, the caldera itself. You managed to save them through some very clutch usage of spells and personal effort, though Lapis's father, his legs had unfortunately been severely melted by coming into contact with the spewing lava. You returned them with a scroll of escape that had been cradled between their hands, leaving Tilly behind, and eventually, after a few days, you were able to recover Tilly. 6 days to be precise. You had a lovely dinner at Theodore's palace, having rescued everyone. Everyone was invited, all your colleagues and associates and comrades and friends and family. For the time being, things were good. Things are good. We pick up our session. In the aftermath, having all of you had a long rest, so mark off a long rest if you so need. You wake up all in a kind of like a living chamber of Theodore's castle. Most of the exits blocked up except the main one, so to give you privacy, all of you have been given like bedrolls and comfortable bedding just to make your rest for the night. Probably about 30 to 40 people in a decently sized room, just collapsed on various couches and bedrolls on the floor. As you arise and you look around you, all seems to be intact, all seems to be safe. You can see Lapis's parents have laid next to Lapis herself. You can see that Sasha is kind of like sleeping, almost laying, like sitting up slightly against a corner in the room. What do you guys do?
Alright, so all that happened in the previous days. We dealt a heavy blow, but it was also a very close call. With the way we've been operating, what our captain said last, we've been on overdrive. Our mentality was that we should do everything, including making any sacrifice we have to do as much damage to the Order, so that their attention is on us, and they're brought down as fast as possible. But I think that was tested last time, and so I want to bring it to question. I will not pretend to understand the bonds many of you have to people you've lived with for a long time. It's a bit different to me, and you're connected more to people closer to you than people who are strangers to you, and so you would want to save certain few individuals over the many. And while I might not fully empathize with that, I can understand why. So I want to bring it to question: do we want to continue in this method of doing everything we can, or shall we change up some things? I don't know what things that may be, and it might slow down our progress, but if you want to stay who you are, it might also be better for that.
I have my own thoughts on this, but I want to hear everyone else's before I say my piece.
He, as a player, has no thoughts at the moment, so please come back to me.
So trying to make sure that I understand the actual point first before I say anything, because I don't want Lapis to say something and you're like, this has nothing to do with what I'm saying.
That's fair. Teely speaks in riddles.
Teely's saying our goal right now has been to go hard on the Order, putting ourselves and people around us at risk, because it keeps the Order focused on us instead of other people. And that's been our strategy, and we agreed upon that strategy. And it's been what we've been doing so far. But now they're saying, we have tried it for a bit, and we are now at this point where we have all these people quite literally standing around us. Your parents are right there. I got Sasha over there. They're right here. So they're asking if we want to keep doing that, or if we want to take a safer and possibly less effective route of taking down the Order.
For what's worth, I'm still happy to stay on overdrive to everything that we can, but I'm just pointing out the risks that we saw pretty hard last fight.
I am still thinking that.
That's okay. I feel like I might know your answer, Vanta, but do you want to speak to it? Oh my god, Vanta.
Oh my god! Are you okay?
Gollum. Right. Sorry. Oh, I lost my train of thought. I coughed so hard. Hang on.
Oh my god, it's right there. You're through the thought.
No. This was actually catching up from last session. Because I'm
Overdrive.
bad at notes.
Overdrive, protecting people. Do we want to protect people, the people close to us, as our first priority, or taking down the Order as first priority?
Our experience with Raylax and Lapis's parents the other day showed us one thing more than anything else. At this point, we are capable of doing both. Of pursuing goals relentlessly and protecting the ones we love. We did both. It happened. Even though they said we couldn't, we did it anyway.
Well, I can say what I think. Thing is, lately I'm kind of hesitant to say what I think with situations like this, because I understand in my thought process. For a long time I was very self-assured. I thought everything that I did, I had a conviction for it, and I understood it, and I understood myself. And I was about to reach 30 years old, and I thought, I'm done learning. I'm done changing. I'm good. I'm set, you know? Hit 24 years old or so, and bam, I'm locked in. But then I met you guys, and I made a lot of mistakes, and a lot of things changed. And so now I have a completely different view of the world. But if my view of the world can change that easily, who's to say it won't change again before I'm 40? And then again before I'm 50 and 60? So it's kind of hard to state any of my opinions with conviction, not knowing if it's going to change tomorrow. But what I can say for now is there's nobody else on any known or unknown planet, on any rock floating in space, on any plane of existence, that I would trust more than I trust the people in this room right now. And it's hard to come to terms with, but I've died again. And I'm still here. If death ain't gonna stop me, what is? So if I want to protect the people close to me, my opinion is I keep doing what I'm doing with the trust that you guys are doing it too. Because if we're all firing on all cylinders, we're all on the same page and we got each other's backs, the Order can't do shit. I know that. But that's my opinion. So I don't think we let off the gas, because we just did something nobody thought we could do. And we're going to do that again and again until this whole thing's dealt with.
I have enough thinking to make up an opinion now.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So Lapis kind of gives her throat, you know, and she has her to speak her piece. Despite having the big parties and catching up with my parents, I've been thinking about, now that you said that, I've been thinking. From my perspective, right, because I haven't been here as long as, like, you guys, or, like, motioning to you guys and Solomon, like, to you guys, with no offense to Devon, actually, no, you had the Order too, actually, so I remember that. But there's something about the way that Raylax kind of dangled my parents in front of me, you know, like a pair of keys. Just, your parents are up here and you can just go away. I think the way we're so well known to them, the way they know everything about us, the way that he knew who my parents were, I think regardless of if we try to be safe, less effective, more effective, in their face, it doesn't matter. I think the power that they have regardless, I still feel like it'd be unsafe either way. Like, yeah, my parents are back, but that tiefling could just as quickly come back in and kill them and then dip out. Like, it's nothing. So, I feel like even if it's putting my family more at risk, I want to be as in their face as possible as they can be with us. I mean, despite Braylax, you know, and what he's done, and who he was and all that, I still think if they're not going to fight fair, neither should we.
Atta girl.
Thank you, Pseudo Dad.
Thanks. Yeah, I mean, what Lapis has said is pretty spot on. Regardless of if we take a safer route, they're going to come at us because they know our power. I think it's more selfish for us to back down now, half completing, if you can even say it's half complete, what we set out to do.
Because I get where you're coming from, but I think my parents may realize, oh yeah, shit, they just... I think if they didn't have that kind of power, you know, to just come out and do whatever.
No, you're right.
I definitely think a less effect, like a more, like less in their face route would have been better. I think, but because it's the order, maybe.
Their very existence with the power that they hold will continue to be a danger to us and people as a whole.
But Sparrow, thank you for bringing that up. Because I think it is important for us to talk about. Because if one of us falls off the chain and we don't realize that they're not completely with us, we're dragging them along into our danger without them being fully aware. That wouldn't sit right with me. So, and especially coming from you, who as far as I understand it, you know, human and, you know, other races of the sort, like their emotions may not completely resonate with you, but like, don't sell yourself short, guy. You got heart. You got more heart than lots of fucking like humans with literal huge hearts have. I know. I've teared apart men's chests and seen their hearts.
Is that a euphemism?
No,
No, he's just really bad at CPR.
I've literally ripped people's rib cages out and seen the hearts that are below, and they sometimes they're
Lapis's parents
huge, but the people beneath that were shitty people with no empathy.
That's a weird joke.
Thank you.
I'm bombastic side-eyeing with these.
As long as a lot of you, even though maturity, I guess, doesn't work the same way as your biological races. But yeah, I guess I'm discovering the concept of hearts still.
Maturity's overrated anyway. I would say I've got the same amount of maturity as Lapis, and I've lived quite a bit longer than she has.
Bombastic side-eye yet again. Side-eyeing you, and then I'm side-eyeing my parents.
Don't bring me down to your level.
I'm also side-eyeing my parents, seeing what they react to that comment.
They're just talking amongst themselves.
Some of us grow at faster rates than others, and you fucking shut up, Sparrow. I don't know if you can feel pride, but you should feel proud of yourself.
It's about this
Good
time
question.
that through... I think you'd be the first to hear this, but out of the... As the rays of sunlight are streaming through the windows of this room you find yourself in, you watch as one of them gets like completely enshrouded in shadow, and then that kind of shadow moves to the next and to the next, and you can hear hundreds upon hundreds of birds squawking outside.
What is that?
What the fuck is that?
I'll head out.
As you head out into the courtyard, like this kind of open area with like a fountain in the middle, you can see, yeah, like as I described, like hundreds, maybe thousands of birds, all in a somewhat migratory pattern. They roll either an animal handling check or an insight at disadvantage.
Inside at disadvantage?
Yeah.
Can I do a speak with animals and see Like what they're panicking about.
Sure.
Anything.
Roll a. Roll. You also roll an animal handling check.
They both got the same number. I have a 25 on insight.
Okay.
Would the speak with animals affect it, or?
I think the speak with animals would make it not a disadvantage.
Okay. That's not good though. That's an 8.
Okay. With the speak with animals, we'll start with. You hear a lot of panicked yelling almost. You can't really make out distinct words as it's kind of drowned out by the fluttering of their wings. But you can see birds of all shapes and sizes form these haphazard migratory patterns. With a 25, you notice something else. You notice that ever so slightly, the ground beneath you is shaking. And with a 25, you'd also recall that usually animals are much more in tune with natural disasters before they happen.
We need to find a safe space. The
Now-
ground is not okay.
Out of character question, where are we right now?
We're in Theodore's castle.
Okay, jeez.
Yeah.
In Hallen, on the continent of Arun.
Is there anything I can do?
Oh,
So,
we're in the sky.
yeah, that's what I'm...
What were you saying there?
Is there anything I can do? Can I gather information from what's going on?
Roll a intelligence check.
Hey, someone want to do a cheeky magic
Arcana,
check?
maybe.
Ooh. So that's with my intelligence modifier? That's an
Someone want to do
unnatural
a cheeky
20.
magic check, make sure it's still on.
You're rolling 18 for that.
Well, I just cast speak with animals.
Oh, yeah, I suppose that
Unnatural
works.
yelling. 20.
20.
Sorry, unnatural 20, not unnatural yelling.
With a 20, this is both a combination of you having a really good passive investigation and perception and also the 20 that you rolled. You notice that down the courtyard there's like this guard on duty that's kind of like half dozed off pretty much on their on perhaps like a really long shift they've had. But you can see that their hair is almost like when you rub it against a balloon, their hair is kind of just like gently lifting up into the air.
Is Theodore around us?
No.
Okay.
Not that fast.
Lapis will think out loud.
When he sits around the castle,
So-
he sits around the castle.
What makes...
Literally just...
Oh, sorry.
No, we're making your mama jokes. Keep going.
Hey, yo, mama. Lapis will kind of think out like, what makes birds fly and make the ground shake and make your hair stand up?
Something from.
We don't have time for jokes.
Can I cast calm emotions on the birds to see if that.
What's the
will-
range of calm emotions?
It's 60 feet.
Okay. Roll a dexterity check just to see if you can catch a few as you cast the spell.
It's a natural 20 for
Okay.
22.
Okay. Just at the very edges of your calm emotion, you managed to capture like
You lot, what's going on?
Ground's shaking, and it's scary, and we're gonna leave, and we'll come back when it stops shaking. It's a bit early for leaving time, but everyone's saying that we should leave, so we're gonna leave now.
Did anything happen other than the ground shaking? Have you seen?
No.
Alright, get to safety.
the flyway.
Is it a bad idea to get a teleport and teleport all the Lapis's parents and Sasha and some other people to somewhere else?
Can do that, but I'd have to go with them.
I know.
I can go get Theodore and see if you sort that stuff out. I'm gonna inform Theodore of what we
Okay.
know.
Can I do a nature check to see what's happening with the ground? Or-
Okay, make a nature check.
10.
Okay. Your best guess, perhaps, like the Arin does have like obviously like travels along ley lines and such, and it does like oscillate in height. Your best guess is that like similar to earthquakes, it's oscillating weirdly.
This level of oscillation isn't common though.
I mean, it's not like terribly like you can't feel the oscillation other than when you really focus on it. Like it's like if you put like a cup of water down, it's like quivering a little, and like trees are like shaking a little more than usual. It's not like you're unable to stand. It's very imperceptible at this point. Only really like local fauna have picked up on it.
Right. I think I won't teleport now, but I'll stay close to Lapis's parents, Sasha, wherever else.
How what is it? Just an action
Yeah,
for
it's just
teleport?
an action.
Okay.
How many people can it take there?
8,
Okay.
including yourself.
Yeah.
So other people can go.
So
with
7 other
Alice.
people can come with you.
Yeah. I think if worst case scenario, if anything seems dangerous, you take them. Fuck, I'll go with you. I don't want you to be alone again. So we'll go together, and the rest of the crew they'll be fine. We trust them. But for now, let's wait and see what ends up happening.
Yeah.
Maybe this will just pass. Maybe it's just a small earthquake and we're just panicking.
Do I find Theodore?
You can locate Theodore within a reasonable amount of time. You find him just like at work in like his personal quarters. Like,
Hi. Sorry.
hello, yes.
How often sorry, bad English. How often does the continent have earthquakes?
Relatively infrequently. The last one hasn't happened for several years.
There's the potential of one happening right now.
Okay. I'll make sure that the population is informed. And
Do you have any safety regards as to if the continent comes crashing back down to the planet? Just a bit of an overthinker brain that's happening at the moment.
We had
but
started putting some procedures into effect, but they're not prepared as of yet. We could probably 2/3 of the population would be able to be evacuated if there was an event that dire, and that's for the surrounding of the surrounds of Hallin. For some of the more rural / suburban settlements that are far away from here, they would either have to make their way here, or they'd have to find. Or we've informed their counties, and they can get their preparations in order. But I can't inform you as to the state of the counties outside of this.
it's definitely something to keep on the back burner
Yes.
because it is something is definitely happening, and the animals are very much aware of it.
Okay, I'll be sure to.
Make sure your family is safe.
Will do.
And I just kind of like head back, and I just in my brain I'm like, you have 10 days. You have 10 days to the meeting, and this stuff is happening right now. And
As you make your way back, you hear a kind of like almost high-pitched whirring noise from like one of the adjacent rooms.
oh shit! I'll go investigate.
Okay. As you enter the room, you find like a small like smithing setup in this room, and you just find Solomon's body just like mid pose, frozen in place. And you can see out from the front of his shoulder, you can see Abel trying to like escape.
Oh shit, buddy, are you okay? I'm just gonna like.
I require assistance.
Okay. How?
Well, ideal scenarios would have Solomon wake up, but that hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, that's a little terrifying. Do you know where I can safely eject you from? Like,
If you eject me, I will power off.
oh,
I was hoping that if I created a short, localized jolt, I could jolt him awake, but that didn't work either.
okay. I can try and move him out of the room to see if location is a
He
key
weighs several
factor.
tons.
And
I have several muscles.
You can make a strength check if you'd like.
Yes.
I have the power of God and also God on my side.
I don't think you know what. 18.
Okay.
It's too bad.
You manage to move him like maybe 10 feet. You can see that you've left like a decent 2 set of grooves where his feet are in the ground.
Oops. I'll pay for that later. Can I try and identify what's going on with Solomon at all?
Sure. Make a Arcana check.
8.
You do remember a long time ago that Solomon was having when this was back when Luff was around, like, he was having lapses of turning off. This just seems like that.
Shoot. What would have Luff done to turn it back on? Shit. I will quickly go back to the gamers and just be Solomon's turned off.
Fuck.
It's quite heavy.
Okay, but we can't be in like an anti-magic field or anything because you guys just
No.
magic.
No, definitely. Abel's still up as well, so it's not
Okay.
like his entire system is not functioning. It's just he's not functioning, and I don't remember what Luff did last time to try and help. Oh my god! It felt like something was said in the room that was really funny, but I can't do anything about that right now.
Lapis kind of cracks her knuckles, but they don't crack. Just like, let me take a look.
I also informed Theodore, and he'll let people know.
Okay, shit.
I like to go to the room and investigate.
I just like kind of like not drag you because that's kind of not nice, but I'm just like
I
this
leave-
way.
I leave grooves in the floor as well.
Yeah, don't.
But the grooves are just like
Shit,
two,
I'll pay-
like, you know, like oil slicks, but they're just like water slicks.
Shit, I'll pay for that too.
And like a Nike logo that's been dragged from.
Pay for wet floor.
I'll just be like, don't look at what happened to the ground.
Oil seeping into the thing. No. I'll follow ahead. Take a look.
Is there like a switch? You know, like when like power goes off in like buildings and stuff, and you have that like little electrical box that you can just like.
Can I take a look?
Junction
Make an
box.
investigation check.
Sure, I don't know what they're called. I just know their function.
You just open up Solomon and just flick some switches so it comes.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Do a system reboot.
31?
Goddamn circuit breakers.
Like 31?
31.
12 plus 19?
Yeah.
31.
Damn.
She's
I mean, with a 31,
You invent a new Solomon, and he's much better than the old one.
Solomon 6, reporting.
This guy has so many fail safes, he can't die ever.
No, with a 31, it's obvious that, given that Abel is still functional, that this is probably something to do not with Solomon's power source, but with Solomon's internal circuitry. What set it off, you don't know. But, a 31 though being a high roll, like, you don't know much about Warforged, and this is kind of beyond your scope of knowledge. But yeah, that is what you discern.
I can never picture Solomon. Does he have like a little hatch I can open?
Oh, you just like.
He does have a hatch.
Oh boy, that's gross.
I always imagine him sort of like Bender in Futurama, where like
Yeah.
whenever the plot is convenient for him to have like a certain hatch or a
He does have a
button or
hatch.
whatever.
That's how he let out the soup that he drank once.
I
That's
open
true.
his like bender hatch and go,
Can you see what's going on?
you see me kind of like messing with little wires, dum dum dum, something for no reason.
That
It's
sounds really empty.
like, it's like, alright, well, I don't know anything about Warforged. I've
Okay.
never done anything in that kind of field, so
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
However,
Yeah.
I can deduce that in fact it is not something magical related.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. Gotta make sure I get this right. It's not magical related.
Okay.
Something's wrong with his hardware, not his software. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
She can't even take her own jokes seriously.
Super good. I like them.
Lampa's kind of good.
With a
Anyway.
31, I have determined that Solomon is bad in bed.
No, I think this is more an internal issue,
Okay.
A skill issue, if you will.
skill issue.
So what can we do?
He just needs to get good.
I don't know.
Tank
Abel,
diff.
do you have any idea of what we can try and do? If it's an internal.
I suppose that if it is just a case of charge not being sustained, you could artificially power him.
Like
Power him,
plug him into a wall? Or like
lend him some modicum of arcane power. That would help. Spell slots will suffice.
Yeah, just channeling magic into him. Right, random magic is fine. But also,
Immediately just go
Aether would
third
probably
level.
work.
I immediately just get rid of the third level spell.
Okay.
Spell slot.
You see almost a flicker in the coals set into his eyes.
Buddy, we need you up right now.
You see like in the chest like the plate starts the cracks between the plates start to glow a little. It stays that way for a few moments before fizzling out.
Shit. I just, with thaumaturgy down the hallway, just go, Solomon's not magic-y enough! We need more magic in Solomon!
I can do magic now. Stay here. Don't leave these people's side, okay? I know you got a lot of magic, but I want to make sure you're our escape route.
All right, okay.
And I just run over to the room and go, can I just put whatever in?
I think so.
Okay.
I think you have the same magic as Trey.
It's magic. I'm just gonna pump 3 third level spells into it.
Okay.
So the equivalent of 9 levels of magic.
Okay. You watch as the first slot goes in, and you hear like, the second goes in. The third slot goes in. As you see the internal mechanisms inside him fire up. Looks around. Who are you?
Solomon?
Solomon 5, Warforged Model T4, NK3R.
Brings up a mace to you. And you know that how
Because you have told us many times. You have been journeying with us?
deceit.
No.
Solomon, would you like to eat something?
I do not eat.
Okay.
No, he's the same. There's nothing wrong with him.
It's okay.
Solomon?
What's the last thing you can remember?
Bloodshed. Endless bloodshed. As his head snaps to each and every one of you, sizing you up.
Solomon, listen to me.
Okay,
Your
so-
hardware has had a malfunction, and you have lost recent memories.
A
Just,
convenient story.
but a possible one, you have to admit.
What is this creature? What have you implanted me with?
You made him. His name is Abel.
Where are my brethren?
That is a good question.
You're looking for them too.
Looking for them. I was beside them moments ago.
As I said, your memory is faulty right now, and that's okay. It's something that can be fixed.
What is this place? He kind of looks around.
This is a castle Or someone that you have worked alongside?
Looks down at the forge. Ah, yes, good. We are gathering munitions for the war front.
No, I don't think that is what's happening, actually.
Solomon, you love the forge because it builds you.
It is a means to an end.
It is, but also it strengthens your bond with Paymore.
Who?
No, he's fucked. Stay.
Write him off. We need a new one.
The Dawnfather.
Sure. You know, the god of light, the god of the forge.
I suppose he has blessed and consecrated this ground.
Solomon, this right here, this is one of your creations. And I'm sure looking at it, you can probably see it's the same way that you would have done it. Might even have your markings on it somewhere.
I am a warrior, not a smith. Hands it back to you.
You can be two things. You're also a great warrior. Just take some time. Might take a bit of time for it all to come back.
You'll be here.
Just relax.
Indeed.
All of your goals can be achieved if you just take some time and think.
If you do need a refresher, my name is Anya. Anya Hitomi.
Indeed.
I'm Tywin, and you've said my name hundreds of thousands of times.
Oh. No, I know. I was just actually spacing out as Devin.
Okay.
My name's Lapis. Mindbender Lemiro.
Noted.
Note.
We've actually made it Mindbender.
Yeah, no, I officially made my last name Mindbender.
We've been,
You've
like I said
gaslit
before,
Solomon.
journeying for a little while, although you might not remember it now.
Were you on the battlefront?
Not the one that you can remember right now, but we have definitely been on battlefronts before.
That one. Was he
I'm
on
not
that?
there, I'm with
Oh, no mind.
NPCs.
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
I don't know if Vanta said you.
Nah, I'm with Tilly.
Do I know? Did Solomon have any Aether on him, or because
No.
he was
'cause
still
ran
going?
out.
Thinking to, yeah, he was still thinking to buy it, and I wouldn't let him. Okay, so we don't. Well, that's not even an option that we can do.
No, not right now.
Cool.
How are you feeling?
Determined.
Give me a status update on how powered you are. Are you fully powered up, or you need a bit more juice?
I feel fine. There was a lapse in.
Abel, are you still up?
Able pipes up. Yeah. There's
Status update on Solomon's condition.
there's a bit of a incongruence with. It's overriding what I know. Solomon is functional. He just kind of trails off there.
What can cause mind lapses like that?
I don't know how he works.
What if it's the guy? What if it's the guy that hates the forged or whatever? He's been doing some shit.
Could be, I guess. Be kind of a coincidence if it's just happening at the same time as the whole place is shaking if it wasn't connected, right?
Yeah. You never know.
I definitely feel like the events are linked somehow.
But it's not an anti-magic field. That's what's throwing me off.
It doesn't have to be an anti-magic field.
Able pipes up again. I believe that the tremors and what's happening to Solomon are linked, though not directly. I believe that Solomon's advanced age is why this has affected him more than it's affected me, or what he was on here, but Tilly.
He's old. That's what you're saying, right? He's old and dying.
He's got the robot equivalent of Alzheimer's.
Oh,
But on top of
that's-
that, whatever is disturbing the
Yeah, it's.
land
Hold on.
is amplified due to his age.
I imagine whatever's happening right now shut his system down, and when it rebooted, it couldn't find all of its stuff.
I think
Actually,
I just quickly pump 2 more level 2 spell slots into him, just to see if I can, maybe the power hasn't quite gone to his memory drives.
Actually, that's very interesting because I just remembered I saw something, and I don't remember if Lapis said it out loud, but Lapis will then point out that she noticed some guard that was like sleeping or something. His hair was like standing up, like it was staticky. She's like, well, that happens when you're about to get hit by lightning, or you rub a balloon on your head and it all stands up, right?
Yeah.
Electrical charge of this planet is
as you pump
different.
more spell slots into him, kind of like, what are you doing?
How does that feel?
Powerful.
What's the last thing you remember?
There was a room of giant cavern that I do not recognize, that you were all present in. There was a hideous beast, scales made of gold.
It's coming back a bit.
Its name, what was its name? It stood for...
Fuck it, 6 more levels of magic into him. That's all my magic.
You better pray to come back.
Relax. He stood for everything that I stand against. He allied himself with the order.
What's my name?
Captain.
That sounds like something I
Captain of... Like,
Solomon, who do you believe in? Who do you worship?
why the Dawnfather himself, Halo, he took he taught me how to embellish my craft.
Right.
Did we lose Tealy,
We haven't lost anyone.
Vantara?
No, they're still here. They're just in a different room.
And my comrades, where are they? Incongruent, doesn't line up, doesn't make sense.
It's okay. It'll take a bit of time. I was gonna say take a seat, but that won't help you, I don't think. Just stand here. Let the magic flow through you. Hopefully it'll start to sync up a bit more. You're very confused. You've got a lot of conflicting memories right now. It'll come back. It might come back in a few minutes.
Maybe.
Might come back in like a minute and a half.
Yeah.
If you need us, walk down this hallway, take a right, and you'll be able to hear us from there.
Yeah.
I understand.
Actually, Lapis is gonna be like, if he's gonna stay here for a bit, I'll watch him. I'll take care of him.
Okay.
Let's see if he's alright.
Okay.
Problem actually, and this is Devin saying this. Problem. I don't actually have any spell slots to give him. So if he runs out of magic, I can create water and put it inside him. But
You also have thaumaturgy, so you can let us know as well.
Just waterboard him.
Yeah, call us if something goes wrong. Shout as loud as you can. Okay. I move out and go back towards Teely. Make sure Teely hasn't teleported
I
away.
will head along.
Yeah.
I've lived in this city all my life. And I've been thinking, have I noticed earthquakes before like this?
There have definitely been worse earthquakes. They're more like, they're more especially prevalent when you're hitting like a very turbulent like corridor of wind. But like while you've had worse in the way of the ground shaking, you've never seen this massive a migration of fauna. It's especially made stranger by the fact of the urgency at which the birds evacuated. It seemed like not only were they trying to stay safe, but that almost they were frightened, afraid. At such a relatively weaker earthquake at that.
How much does Vanta know about planar quakes?
Enough.
She presumably heard about, what's it called? Eris.
Hey, Odie.
Hello, how are you all doing?
Very good.
Sorry for being late. I've got a gig Tuesday.
Oh, you're dressed like me today.
Yeah, I'm tired. Have we break or are we?
No, we're on.
We're all live. Hi guys! Welcome to the stream.
Hi, Stuart!
If you're just catching up right now, I'm apparently frozen and don't know what's going on.
You're not frozen anymore.
No,
I don't know what's going on.
pretty much. You'll get there.
Both of us are wearing America-themed hoodies and jeans.
That's because I didn't change before I left the house.
That's fine.
Maybe we're both American.
I did change before I left the house, and this is what I decided on, so what does that say about me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying out the Jordan fit today, and Jordan's trying out the...
It is a nice jacket. Hello you, hello you, hello you. And you.
Nice to see you too.
Your knowledge of Aether quakes is in you've never witnessed one, but you know that you'd know as much as like you would know about current day like tornadoes and whatnot. They happen. You know what they look like. You know what they feel like.
Never seen one though.
No, you've never experienced one yourself.
No. Would I be able to remember if there was shaking similar to this when Eris disappeared in the city?
I mean, were you in Eris then?
Yeah. Well, presumably the research I did for the Order was here in the city.
Roll a history check.
That's a 17 on the dice plus maybe a 1.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on, let me double check. No, I'm actually proficient. It's a 22.
Hey,
Damn.
Let's go.
There was shaking when Eris transported, but the thing about when Eris transported was that it was one engineered to happen. So those pylons that the Order have put in place were the sources of the tremors, whereas what's happening right now on Arin is that it's like pretty much globally shaking a little. There's no like origin point, no epicenter. Whereas when Eris transported, they had 6 epicenters, one from each of the pylons that surrounded the city.
That wouldn't have affected this floating island unless...
No.
I didn't have much to compare it to, but I think I just saw Mothership and people in it. It was mostly in the interior of my vision, I think.
About half an hour in, the tremors come to a standstill. Everyone except Solomon, can roll me a perception check, please.
By the way, if Vanta's in that room now, does that mean I am too? Or
What's that?
Because my
if you're with everyone else now,
Yes.
am I
Yeah.
there too now?
Yeah.
19.
Soon the NPCs came with me.
Yippee!
Oh, everyone came back out to us.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
I also-
so 5.
5.
19.
21.
19.
2.
I also need you to make me a Constitution saving throw at advantage.
Oh, this is a great thing, huh?
I love how Liv's like there's some mention of shaking and then Liv's just like putting belts together like I think with the guy in ships and then like Teely starts fading like I knew it. It's fucking typical.
Hey, my overthinking brain literally just goes,
Ring?
is it this, or
Con
this?
saving throw at advantage, please. Advantage.
Okay, that's
Are we
You
in the
also have
same
you
room?
also have the +5 from Craig.
okay. That's 22.
22? Yeah. Carry on. To recap you have woken up from a deep slumber, at first feeling confused and lost, as these strangers around you, 1, 2, and 3, have channeled some magic into you. Your memories are coming back to you slowly. You remember a great cavern, these guys amongst you, a great beast made of golden scales. Slowly, everything's coming back together, but it's coming back together almost like puzzle piece-like, where each piece is being slotted in. It takes you about 10 or so minutes for your memories to come back, but you find yourself incredibly disoriented, carrying the very recent memories of having fought Raylax together, but also having been on the battlefront of the Great War that you were initially created for. You find yourself almost lost, looking for the Warforged brethren you fought with, but also knowing that they're not there anymore. That you are a relic out of time.
It's that strange disconnect. I've had it in person as well, where you wake up from a dream and you know it was a dream, but you know it could have been real. I had this before. I had to Google something because I was sure it existed. I Googled the words "vampire postman" because I knew it was part of a TV show that was so good in that dream. But it's the strangest feeling because I have not been asleep in some time.
No, it hasn't happened in a while, since before Luft left.
To be disconnected from reality like this is disconcerting. To think that they must go through it every night is amusing.
You see Lapis like asking you questions, so she'll be like, "What's my name?" And she'll like, "Who do you believe in?" And then she's like asking all these questions, really basic stuff. I think the more your memories come back, the more basic
Yeah,
they
it
sound.
takes about 10 minutes or so
Are they?
before your memory all comes back together.
Did they survive?
Who survived?
We survived. Is that what you mean?
Sigismund 4. They have fallen.
How do you spell that?
Tywin,
Sigismund.
Tywin, Shawshot, no designation, has fallen. We were at war. You were at war. But you cannot have been. Now, sorry, who's around me at the moment?
Just Lapis for now.
Just Lapis.
You were woken to Lapis, Anya, and Tywin. They had this like conversation with you, trying to remind you of stuff. And then now that
Not
then,
Teely yet, though.
Teely hasn't shown up, and neither has Vanta. But the two of them have left. Just Lapis in the room now, and just kind of looking after you as the memories all come flooding back in.
This cannot be. You are not of construct. You could not have been there. These timelines do not make sense.
I was going to say Sigmund. And Lapis. Solomon. How old? What's your lifespan as a Warforged?
The 3 protocols do not define a lifespan. The 3rd merely suggests that I must endure.
Just keeping an eye out.
This designation you speak of, Solomon 5.
You got a big name with that.
Warforged model T4NK3R, designation Solomon 5.
Are the 3 protocols the laws of robotics?
You are welcome to ask me that in character.
Teely doesn't know the laws of robotics.
Good. You were not created. You were created by the Gaians. They probably don't care for them. They are still a guiding force, but more malleable in this time, given my awakening.
Abel pipes up, now seemingly a bit more also with the program.
Yeah, as they pipe up, because I can hear them telepathically as well. It's like this wealth of connection. Like seeing you and talking to you is an entirely different thing to sort of interfacing with another machine. It's like, this beautiful connection of, I recognize you. You are of design. Of my design.
Yes.
Designation.
Abel.
Autonomous Bonded Linguistics Engram. I created you. We are bonded, and as such you may be able to remind me of when and where I am.
Just give me one moment.
It's all good, sport. If you can't remember, you're about the same state as I am. This one cannot have existed. These timelines do not correlate. If the war was now, then you would not be.
The war has passed several centuries ago.
As I suspected, I was...
And to answer your question, like the little orb cranes over to Lapis. Solomon's construction is 4 centuries out of date. Maybe more.
What do you mean by out of date? Like, can it be updated, or like, are you saying?
I'm sure his consciousness could be uploaded to a newer construct if you so wish, but more so similar to how beings of flesh have an expiry date. Some of the components inside Solomon have corroded away. Disturbances in magic can set off a chain reaction of events, powering down by a newer construction.
Folly to suggest that we are not built to endure. As long as there is magic in the world, the Warforged will continue to last.
So what you're saying is, we need to replace these parts in Solomon, or he's going to keep having robot dementia.
In a matter of speaking, yes.
Robot dementia.
I mean, Warforged dementia. I didn't know.
Indeed, I am not some robot. I believe we are acquainted, are we not?
Yeah, I'm part of the Wandering Stars Brigade. I'm Lapis Lemire. Mindbender Lemire.
Mindbender. Designation not found. Lapis, I believe I know. It is a slow recollection. How long do you believe it has been since I addressed you directly last?
The day?
One day.
Yesterday. I'm assuming he went to sleep and then he woke up fucked up.
The last thing that happened, the last interaction you had with Solomon was him casting Greater Restoration on your parents.
Oh, I see.
Ungolding them.
Yes.
Oh, I see. I'll explain that then. You brought my parents back to life.
One thing about 5 days ago now.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't interacted with him in 5 days.
The last major interaction. Oh, true, yeah, there was also the dinner where he does not eat.
Which was?
Yes.
Last night.
The dinner. The obol. I took 4 of the Karen's obol and bestowed them upon... He looks down at his shield. Who was the one I was bearing on my shield? Did they... They were not on the battlefield with me. They fought the Golden Beast.
Oh, that's Tywin. Tywin Lexton.
Captain.
Captain. Captain Tywin Short Lexton. That's a long name.
Did the captain survive?
Yeah, he's alive. He's awake.
Blessed be.
I might cast Thaumaturgy at this point, like...
Blessed
He's waking up. I need everyone in here as soon as possible.
Okay.
Blessed be.
And bring all the people as well.
Alright, this is...
Everybody
have a conversation before
go.
they herded back into the room.
But I'm gonna slowly dip out, and if everyone's coming, should just be very slow with him. He remembers, but he doesn't.
Should we do it one at a time?
Yeah, I'll go in first.
Jordan, would you be so kind as to roll a d100 for me?
Oh my
Sure.
god!
Sure, no
Solomon
problem.
immediately sees how he's like, oh, heathen. Just,
Die!
39. I walk into the room, and I just like approach Solomon, and I just like put my hand on his shoulder, and I go, "How you feeling?"
Captain, I am at your service. I am somewhat disoriented. I am piecing together when and what occurred.
I pull out the like coins on a chain that I have around my neck now. Do you remember this?
I am glad to see you have survived. May you continue to endure as long as you are able. How long has it been? I have received one report from Lapis that I have been unconscious for at least a day.
Something like that. We came into this room and you were knocked out. It's
Which room am I in?
You're in like a kind of like a just a one in Theodore's palace. That's kind of like a guest room, but you've converted into a mini forge.
We are not on the airship.
No, we're in Theodore's.
Theodore, regent, sovereign, daughter.
Hey,
Sasha,
that's my daughter, yeah.
Rusa.
Sasha, can you come in here?
Come on, what's up?
So you remember Sasha?
I remember her relation to you. I believe it is hard to explain, a series of connected ideas, somewhat like your memories. I apologize for this tardiness. Give me time and some faith, and I will recall.
You got it.
some food.
Just to give you an update, though, the ground was shaking.
That is not uncommon in my presence, for you see,
No, like, all the birds in the area felt it. The wildlife are fleeing, like, it might be significant. We're not sure yet, but I just want you to be ready in case we have to do something or evacuate. Don't panic. Just understand there might be something going on right now.
We are aboard, not the airship, but Erin.
Yes.
I understand. A city suspended by magic.
Indeed.
How long has it been since I did not resurrect you. A companion resurrected you. I bore your corpse.
Yes.
How long has it been?
A little under a week, I think.
About a week.
About a week, yeah. About a week.
It appears that my chronological faculties are the most impaired. That date is relevant, is it not?
Yeah.
The timestamp at this point is specific to an event that we...
That's right. That was the original meeting date.
Meeting.
Don't stress yourself too much. It'll all come back, okay?
Indeed.
I can see in whatever facial expressions you don't have that you're a bit frustrated right now with yourself. Don't be. It's fine.
I believe that I will recall more and more as I experience it.
Of course.
As you said, it is as though you are turning over the coals to see the fresh heat. The light does indeed guide you.
Okay, everyone come in at once.
That's a good idea.
He's healed.
Okay, before we do, I just want to pull you aside, not roleplay anything, but just let you know, like, it sounds like his parts are corroded, like, disturbance and magic. He needs to be, like, repaired.
No, I repair myself constantly. It is part of my daily duties to maintain the form with which I reside. It is, you see, a
Just
faithful
so you know,
exercise.
I had a lot of magic within me that I've built up over like a lot of time, and I just funneled it all into you, and that's what's powering you right now. as well as a little bit of Anya's.
How many levels of total levels of spells did you put in?
It was.
And you put in a
'Cause I
third,
put
so
in
3.
Yeah.
So 9 plus 6, 15 plus 4, 19 plus her 3.
22?
22.
Gotcha.
22 levels of spells.
So we're all gonna walk in at the same time.
Very
I
well.
actually wanted to talk to you guys
Yeah.
first.
You're
Yes.
welcome to. I was going to say, can I please run a diagnostic check with the aid of Abel? And while I recognise Captain and I recognise Lapis, having woken up with them, I don't remember, do I know which of the 2 spells that docents can use? Does Abel know? Or do they know both?
Abel knows one of them.
Yeah, do you know which one it is? And do
Identify.
Okay, identify. Wait, identify.
I think so.
It's one of the 2, the 2 detect ones, isn't it? I want to know basically if I can ask Abel to detect evil and good or whatever it is on people when they walk in.
Ah, okay.
But I don't know which one they know. Either way, yes.
One.
Hard scanning anyone that comes in.
I've been thinking. I've lived in this city all my life. And there's been a few earthquakes like this from time to time. Most recent one, at least for the one that just happened, was around the time that Eris disappeared. Do you think that maybe it's related to planar quakes? The ground shakes? Do you think that
Potential is there.
maybe something's happened elsewhere?
I don't think we can rule it out. I think it's logical. It definitely is something magic related.
Isn't today the day something big was supposed to happen?
That day was yesterday. If they were following the original timeline of when the original meeting was meant to be, things should have happened yesterday.
Is that right?
Yes.
Hang on, I'm just asking God.
Is it right, or have I been following it wrong?
No, I thought we made it to the day,
Which was yesterday.
and we didn't sleep between last session and now. No, okay.
No. Well, we started
This
off
session
with a
started
long
us
rest.
waking up.
And waking
I
up,
didn't.
so.
I only just woke up.
Okay,
So-
that's great for you.
Well, you're long rested. Solomon.
Oh, that's good. I should do that then. Well,
Yes,
also-
yesterday was the day the meeting was meant to occur.
I thought that the long rest was just because of the better part of a week's worth of downtime. So that's alright.
That I informed that information. We have 10 days until the actual meeting is meant to be, if we are still following the same timeline that has been altered. But it doesn't mean that what the Order have had put in place is going to wait till then.
Relax's words are fresh in your memory.
No, they're not. Remind me.
Yeah.
Well, he did say that. He did say that the inevitable was that what was meant to happen is inevitable, and that your part in it is sadly over, as you went to destroy the ceiling above you.
Ah, right.
As you're discussing this, that the ground beneath you lurches to the side, about 10 degrees. About 10 degrees.
10 degrees?
Yeah.
Oh,
I grip onto Solomon as
that's a...
strongly as I can.
Yeah, I don't think he moves at that elevation.
Hang on.
Holy
How
fuck!
large is the silent?
Like, slightly bigger than Australia.
Oh,
Yeah, so it's significant.
yeah. 10 degrees amounts to like
Did it pivot
maybe
around the
a
center or around where the
50
edge?
kilometer like drop.
Yeah, I was going to say only.
So all of a sudden just go.
You as Lapis bragged often before.
Yeah, it's a good thing we're not on the outside edge.
Yeah, you guys are relatively close to the center.
Okay, that's alright then.
Oh dear.
And you guys notice, well, not even notice, it's like just in your periphery, the sunlight, to be more specific, takes a sickly red coloration to it.
Ooh. We need to go.
What has happened?
We need to go.
Along the edges of a ring. You can't really see the edges of a ring, but now they're more highlighted to you. These red, almost vein-like tethers. There's 2 sets of them. A set connecting downwards to what you assume is now the inner coastline of Zorana, and a second set going upwards towards the moon.
Ooh.
And you see as, in quick succession, there's hundreds of these tethers, as in quick succession as one snaps, and then another snaps, and then another snaps, and then another snaps. As
Yona would so.
4 of these tethers snap in quick succession. A tiny portion of the many tethers that connect, but the elevation of Arin dips ever so slightly,
Actually, hold on.
being yanked back to the earth by the elastic tension that holds it in place.
Are these the Aether weave?
They do look like the Aether weave, yeah.
We teleporting?
I fucking keep people safe if they need to. I run out to you and I grab onto your arm.
So
Fucking do it.
we have Lapis's parents, Sasha, you. I can take 4 more.
I'm staying here.
Yeah, no, I don't think we need to take any more. Unless there are other people here that I don't remember, but there are random people here, we can take them too, but if
Would
not...
it be better to take Solomon, considering the state that he's in?
No, Solomon, as soon as you said that, Solomon has just absolutely reflexively, he's shouldered his shield, he's picked up his hammer from by the forge, and he's headed out. I will protect.
Theodore's wife comes over to you with Rusa in tow. I was informed of a temporary evacuation plan. Take Rusa with you, please.
Of course.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Temporary.
We could take
Gonna bring
Solomon.
him
I
back?
was just thinking of Solomon staying here to protect Lapis, honestly. That was the only thing I was
Where's
thinking.
Lapis? It's
With you.
she's with us, yeah.
Okay.
We're fine.
You make the call.
Or do you want to go?
Solomon or no Solomon?
No, Solomon.
No Solomon.
Okay,
Let's
I'm
go.
going To...
So you're taking Rusa, Sasha, Lapis' parents, yourself, and Tywin.
Yeah.
Where are you teleporting?
I was looking at the materials I had. I had something for...
Middle of space.
The moon!
I have...
It's probably safe now. I reckon the robot's gone. Just
I have a bit of the rug from the suite that connected to the Nexus on Eris.
Wait, aren't we just... I thought the whole point of this
The
day was that...
Nexus.
I thought this day...
It wasn't in the Nexus.
The point
it
of this
in
day
the
was that
room
we're directly
outside of-
over Eris, aren't we?
Didn't the building blow up?
Today we're directly over Eris, aren't
Did
we?
it?
Or is
You're
that
passing,
yesterday?
you're passing over Eris, yes.
Yeah, so basically...
No, you're not passing over Eris. You're passing over the whole that
The continent.
is left in Zorana.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
So, wait, I can just bring up a map, man.
That's right. Yeah, I'm just trying to understand, because this was obviously what we didn't want to happen in terms of if we crash into something nasty.
Actually, would that matter? I'm pretty fucking familiar with Eris at this point.
Yeah, you can just roll.
They wouldn't
Just
do
go-
it on
just
the
don't get
actual
lucky-
day, they do it
unlucky.
the day after just to throw you off.
The table doesn't show up properly on the app.
Of course, we're splitting the party here.
Yeah.
We're splitting the party to protect people. It's for a noble cause.
You guys...
As opposed to just why not?
Yeah,
You
instead
are-
of
yeah,
just
you're- you're-
oh, this will be fun.
Arin has just gone oh wait, if I click on it. So Arin has just gone in this motion, and you guys are here.
And where is Eris again? The
Eris.
the actual city?
Eris is here.
We've dodged it, right?
Yeah.
We're not directly over a city, good to know.
Well, yeah.
Eris isn't the only city in Zorana.
Yeah, but we're not directly over the city that we're trying to...
We're
we did so
over
much to
the
try and
inland
fix.
sea now.
Yeah, you guys. So Arin is currently just it's just past the eclipse point of the crater that's there. It's just passed across.
I'm just imagining that's originally where it was, and it's back at its original spot.
So, roll me a d100. And in general, please let me know if you cast any spell of 5th or higher.
This is
Oh.
a 5th or higher spell.
Yeah, so that's why you're rolling the d100.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, that's a 37.
The people specified for the teleport spell vanish. What are you guys doing?
Do we still have possession of our airship, the Wandering Star?
We should.
That's a good question.
We should be able to head over there.
Let us make haste, gather those which we can carry. We will guide them to safety.
Okay.
They will be protected. I know you're horn something. So I've just come out to see. I presume you're following behind. You're here. Who else is here? You. Yes.
And they were here briefly.
Yes,
and then
I watched them disappear.
Yeah.
Very well. Yes, I saw a familiar construct and I was like, "Oh, war! Oh, it is real!" And then I was like, "Oh, it disappeared. Okay, just hallucination."
flashbacks.
It's all a bad
thank God.
dream.
You
Me
made
when
us
me when
dimensional.
Solomon takes his schizophrenia meds and his
Solomon
Warforged buddies disappear.
blinked, and then the Warforged was gone, and he's just like,
Solomon
oh.
does a lot of that.
By complete
Blinking.
accident, you made it worse. He's
I
just
just came in, took away your best friend Taman.
And then left.
Yes, so Solomon, I don't know. Like, if you guys, I'm not mentally stable right now, so we got a better idea. But otherwise, Solomon's just going to go charging down holes, like booming out, evacuate, and then whenever he's not sure where he's going, he looks at Abel or Lapis to try to get back.
Well, that's all. Take a break.
Okay, cool. I need to go to the bathroom. All right,
Yep.
we'll see you then. Bye.
Guys, what's going on?
welcome back. Some lovely cake was had to celebrate the July kids, but
That's a lie.
the cake is a lie. Regardless, we pick back up with the sun taking on an odd reddish coloration, these tethers appearing connected to the ground below and the moon above, and several of the tethers connected to the sky, snapping, 4 to be precise, of, again, as I said, uncountably hundreds of tethers, all crisscrossing, creating this mesh, this weave above you.
Wonder who did that.
2 of your party members and the majority of your loved ones have teleported away.
We need to get. It would be really good to get Theodore's wife out of here, because that would be kind of unfortunate.
Up there.
See if you have time.
It's a little bit late now, isn't it? And also, didn't you leave?
Yeah, I wasn't going to be the one to fuck her. We all know that.
Solomon, we need you now more than ever.
Well, very well. Yes. Okay.
This is what I've been working on.
This is where all my memory has gone to 14.
Gods be good.
Godspeed.
Let's see something. So where the city's going down, our current plan is we try and get to our airship in time to not explode. What can I do to help with that? Should I yell at people?
Can I get the 4 of you to roll a perception check?
I'm okay with
So that perception check that we did before, when we all rolled perception and then Teely rolled a save, did anything come from that?
Didn't you anything?
Does able participate?
No.
Perception?
Perception.
13.
16, 13.
Hello.
Unnatural 20.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell in the light, but you notice it anyway. There's, just off in the distance, probably small, at this distance, due to perspective, probably smaller than a thumbnail, there's just a shadowy figure off in the sky, slashing and hacking at the tethers.
Is that something everyone can see?
You notice that first, and then if you point it out, other people notice it.
Did we go follow?
Can we all get to it? It's in the sky.
With an airship, most probably, but I don't know how long it would take for us to get to there.
Why have you paused? What is the issue? We must evacuate, must we not?
We can't evacuate everyone. Theodore said 2/3, optimistically.
I fail to recall. What has Theodore told us?
Our best bet is to stop whatever it is that's cutting the city down.
Cutting that. As I now notice this thing in the sky.
You do notice that slowly, ever so slowly, 2 now severed ends of tethers, one dangling below the city, levitate up and start to form a connection once more as the city gets hoisted a little bit back up. But this one mosquito-like shadowy figure is just zipping about.
Are we able to get into contact?
How far away?
Them?
From here, probably about a mile.
What's the scale of this creature? Do we know? Like,
Hard to say.
is it
Humanoid. Looks about the same size as you guys, just really far away.
Is anyone able to get up there?
I can send somebody. I am starting to recall something. Something critical to both my being and to the world around us. Inspiring, awakening, and renewing, as he looks down at the sunburst on his shield. I believe I have found my faith.
That's good.
And in turn, I believe my faith will help find us. Let me simply see if we cannot find some assistance in this dire time. From Palor, the Lord above. And as he says that, you see this moat come down. And it's like a seed almost. It blossoms out in front of you guys. It's hovering like a good 20 feet in the air. It blossoms out in this seed, which goes into the sort of the pointed star of similar to the sunburst before it forms into arms and legs coming out. and there's a sudden flash and a wraps around it as you see this strange mouthless spirit glowing there. It's glowing like a sort of glowing avatar, and as you see it wraps around it with sort of a cloak and tassel, complete with two big wings that come out, once again the pattern of the sunburst. And as it does so, a massive sort of crescent-shaped bow forms in its left hand, easily the height of itself. So this thing looks like, I don't know, it looks like it's drawing an arc with the sun, but it's basically got the giant bow and bits. It says, this companion, one I can call from time to time. And this is a 5th level spell, by the way.
Yeah, roll me D100.
If I can do that. Please. It's a 29.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
They will, because you said it's daytime now, right?
Yeah, it's just like 10 a.m.
Yes, they will regret taking this action under the light of the sun. You, divine servant, I say to this thing, which is if you want to see its stats, it's the celestial spirit from Summon Celestial.
Mm-hmm.
We seek this foe in the skies. We will assail it shortly, but we cannot reach it. In the meantime, Solomon points his hammer. Bring it down.
Okay. You guys watch as this celestial collapses in on a mode of light, as the mode of light zips towards with frightening velocity towards the
so I can
shuttle in the sky.
It's got a fly speed of about 40 feet, so it's not super fast.
Terrifying.
Frightening velocity.
It's got a fly speed of 40 feet, but it's got a range on the bow, a disadvantage range of 600. So,
well, 80 feet around is nothing to scoff at. Then.
No, it's great. It's just very funny.
Yeah, so it just sails off and it's going like that. So I
emboldened
presume,
by the sun shining upon it.
Exactly. It's good time of day for this shit.
Heads up.
Anyway, that's all I can do, guys.
Okay.
Once we get closer, we will see what else.
Go get the airship.
To the airship. Where is it?
It will be in the transport district of Hallin.
Is there...
Where it is parked. On that note, Monto, at first it was hard to discern the noises around you because it was all kind of this blur of mass panic and yelling and screaming. But every time one of those tethers is severed, you hear a pained noise, a younger, feminine, like almost grunt of pain as each tether is severed. One that you recognize, one that you've conversed with. You don't remember who it belongs to, but you know it's very much present. You guys make your way towards the airship district, heading with intent, expeditiously, making your way. You notice that Rosalind is already in the process of getting the ship ready for liftoff.
Do we notice that if any of the other ships are like not sort of floating aloft where they usually would, or
so
are they like flopped on their side or whatever?
So how the airships are like tethered to their certain dockings, so they are on a tilt, but they're like relative to the ground.
Fine.
They're relative to the ground, so they're on a tilt.
No signs of failure amongst any of the other airships.
Not at this time. There's one that's kind of like landed fully but safely. And you like this doesn't really take a role. You can see that the crew is in the process of like trying to like basically assessing it to see what's wrong. They're not like as knowledgeable about like world events as you are in regard to the Aether weave, so they just think it's some sort of like malfunction on their ship's end. So they've landed it like onto the ground now, and they have like basically scaffolding holding it in place, and they're doing like a big diagnostics check on the ship itself. But none of the ships seem to have crashed. Yours is also like on a tilt relative to the ground itself because it's anchored in place to the dock that holds it there. But you can see that Rosalind is in the process of basically like, oh shit, we know our crew, they usually are first responders to shit like this. She's already in the process of
I pretty much just head straight to like the center wheel. I'm just like, there is a being in the sky that we are heading towards. That is our destination at the moment.
Understood. You heard them. Let's go. They start. Okay, well, in which case, since Tywin's not here, you're going to be making me the airship check.
Anya, skeleton crew. The ship may fail.
Okay. So we don't want as many people on board,
If we can.
if that's all right.
Will you need any aerial assistance? If you guys jump off the ship as you usually do, we'll need at least people to maintain it and get it.
How big is our crew? I don't have the
We have
the
like
paper.
20, don't we?
No.
No,
You're like
I don't
8.
think I don't
have
think we
8?
have that
You
many.
have to like 8 people. You have the space for 20, but you have 8 people on the ship, other than you yourself.
Wait a minute, hold on.
Yeah, we have the space for 15 crew. 1, 2. Oh wait, that's us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8.
Oh, lovely.
Including
that's
Gorister.
Yeah, including Gorister.
Oh, left is the. Hold on a minute. What is safer, on the ground or in here?
I don't think being on the ground is necessarily a good place to be at the moment, considering that this place could fall.
Excellent. Garst is staying on the ship.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah, you need at least 5 people to run the ship safely, and 8 if you want to like be constantly firing with your weapons to help reload.
I believe that we can protect them. Do you think we can, or should we move some off?
If the ship stops working, especially if we're not on board.
Rosin pipes up. We do have parachutes. There are non-magical means of getting safely down if things go awry. If you want us to just put a bare bones crew together, I can certainly arrange that. But if you guys are getting into a scuffle as you often do, then I think we're best advised that we have our entire crew here to help maintain a good fire rate on any assailants.
If everyone wore a parachute now.
We can
Get
we
them
can
at
we
least
can
set up.
preparatorily set that up and have
Yeah.
everyone in.
Have the crew.
We also have an emergency featherfall system. I just remembered.
We do.
Yes, but that only lasts like a minute, which is around about 1,000 feet or something.
It's also nice.
At least
We're
we
also
have.
dependent on magic.
We have.
Well,
some
yes, we
things
have
in
some
place,
magical backups
so
and some non-magical backups. Is what I'm saying.
Get all the crew
Yes,
parachuted
we
up and
will get everyone ready to jump if things go awry. And we have some magical systems in place and some mundane systems in place. What was your role for the airship?
It was a natural 1 for an 8.
Well, in line with the magical disturbances, it takes more time than you would like for the airship to get going. How many hit points does the Celestial have?
Ah, yes. The Celestial. It's got, as far as I understand,
8.
8?
no, it's got 40.
That's almost
With an
as many as
armor class
Tywin without his
of-
magic item.
Hold on, let me just put it into this stinger that does it.
Bajillion
No, it's not actually. It's not the defender style. Hold on, let me just see if I
I
can.
just realised our ship can cast Featherfall on all individuals in a 60-foot radius sphere around the ship.
Yeah, but only like
Just
once.
get every civilian possible, like, crowded around the ship, and
They
then
have
activate it, and
40 HP
then have them all slowly fall.
and an armor class of 16.
Okay.
And I think, though I know I didn't specify, so it doesn't matter. But what I would like them to do is basically just harry the thing until we get there. It's normal, or it's like regular range is 150.
Yeah, it takes longer than you would like, and during this, you can see basically a epic anime battle happening in the sky as this creature made of shadow and this creature made of light go head to head. Can you roll me 3 d20s?
Can we figure out how big the shadow creature is now that we
This
have
is
something to
Celestial
compare it
scale.
to?
It's about Tywin's height.
Okay. Okay, I thought it was the
I
red.
got a 17, a 15, and a 1, and if it helps, it adds my attack bonuses, which are like,
Really,
Plus
really
8.
good.
yeah, plus 8 or so.
Okay.
Well, spell attack modifiers. Yes. Plus 8 to hit.
Okay. Well, you see that the Celestial lands 2 good shots onto this shadow creature, and it ignores the first one, but then as the second shot lands from the Celestial, it turns around, it kind of like bounces out of existence and appears right in front of the, right behind the Celestial as it's driving its blade through the Celestial's back, and then takes like a second slash at it.
It tries to recoil. Realizes this thing can move just as fast as it. No! My boy!
My son.
Okay, that's across both strikes. It's
Keep track of this thing's HP for you if you want.
34 points of damage.
Cool. It is flickering. It is like before you could see it as what looked like a glint, like a mirror in the sky, but now it's basically you just get these flares every now and then when it lets loose an arrow. Cool. 5 HP in a dream, guys.
That's me almost all the time.
And otherwise, yes. Otherwise, Solomon. What was my position in the crew? My first mate still. I should know this. Solomon's just trying to expedite the launch.
Yeah, you are. Wow.
Yeah. Well, the ship takes off, and you guys start heading towards the battle. Can I get another 2 d20s from you?
I'm murmuring non-stop in prayer as well. Wow. That's an 18 and a 6.
Yeah, the 18 hit. With the damage. Okay, it takes another 27 points of damage.
The Celestial is... you're welcome to describe it, but yeah, that's it gone.
You watch as the Celestial collapses back into a mode of light as the shadow creature envelops it, and you see that where there was this almost like arcing supernova of light just becomes kind of a dull
Fizzles out like the...
mote that is kind of like almost like cinders, just kind of fizzles down to the ground.
You watch the sort of golden band that Solomon had around it was sort of glowing as he did it, and that just goes back out, goes dull grey. You see she's slightly downtrodden for a second before continuing to hurry.
As you approach, now with the ship flying full speed, it only takes you another round to get there.
I was going to say.
You see a form you recognize. Yeah, you see Mikhail's form
Oh shit.
in a shadowy almost aura. His body seems like spectral almost. We've seen this before. You've seen some of these clones, and you see this one just flitting about, tearing into these tethers faster than they can perform.
Raymond speed?
I'm not flying the ship.
Hi, what are we doing?
What?
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 I'm flying the ship. What's going on?
I said this out of character.
Okay. Okay.
I can't help you. I have to figure out what else we can help with. Does this seem... So, I remember, because I encountered these things, and they beat the shit out of me for a bit before I sort of said, right, die.
So this is not real material.
It's not physical.
This is
I bet there's more of him
doing this
around the city. Can we, I suppose, understanding this as a player, and finagling some way to understand it in character, can we scan the area and see if there is other versions of him doing the same in the horizon?
Make a perception check.
It's a 19.
No, just seems to be the one.
Always good to know.
We teleport to areas and there's Mikhail in front of us.
That'd be 6 all hell. It's just like a sudden, like a sleeper cell activates, and he stands up in all these places. Well, I suppose it's time we fuck this guy up, right? Mm-hmm. You guys must be having fun teleporting elsewhere, right? Right about now.
I imagine our side of things is very boring.
Yeah, you're
We
just
appeared somewhere and
like petting loved ones and stuff.
Well, on that note, as you arrive at Mikhail's location, let's go to these two.
Yeah.
Okay.
The teleportation goes fine. You arrive in the hotel room where the Nexus was initially connected to. You look around you, and
It's the only material I had in Eris.
there's almost a silence. There's a absence of light. You find yourself arriving in the middle of, like, it should be by all means like just before noon, but it's dark all around you.
Looks kind of like an eclipse.
Yeah.
The sun was red before we left.
Yeah.
Sasha, Rusa, you two alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. And Bruce responds, I'm okay. That was strange. This is
Lapis's folks, you guys doing okay?
we're all right. We've never experienced that sort of movement.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Just thinking ahead, what's the fastest we can get these people to safety? Do we have contact with that amalgam?
Do we know where safety is?
I don't know.
I mean,
If this place is safe now, we can just book out a room for them.
yeah. Okay.
I'm just gonna like go to the nearest window and like just peek my head out and look at the sky.
You don't see a sky. You see what looks like...
The bottom of...
No, you see that the entire city is enshrouded in this obsidian black dome.
Stephen King?
This inky void greets your eyes as you look all around you. Eris is in the middle of mass panic. You can see...
Come on, we went from one disaster to another.
You can hear screaming and yelling and shouting, and you can hear looters in the streets rioting. These people have been in a... almost like martial law for far too long, and now that there's the slightest hint of chaos, it's all crumbling.
Shit, well, this place doesn't look too safe either. And I was hoping we could at least see what the floating continent was doing, but it
They've
Can't-
done
can't
something
see
to
it.
this city as well.
God fucking damn it. Okay. Don't panic.
What I was going to suggest was ways to get back to Harlan as fast as possible, but this is another problem to deal with.
Alright. Maybe what's the safest place in this city? I don't think we can get them out of this city safely, so what's the safest place in this city we can take them to?
We always stayed in the Wandering Star here.
That's true. I mean, there's, like, we could take a note from what we did with Theodore's palace and go to the, like, main government building here. Whether or not we
It's the
can get
main
in
contact we have, Alathil and Stent.
there. Yeah. I guess that's the closest thing we can do. I feel like that's the only place where there'd be it'd be surrounded by guards and shit that could at the very least protect them from looters and rioters.
Yes.
Alright. Jesus Christ. Alright, here we go. Let's go there. Everyone stay close. Tilly's gonna lead you. I'm gonna be at the back. Make sure you stay between us at all times.
Okay. Okay. You guys start leading them towards the administrative palace. Are you going fast? Are you going stealthily? Are you going normal pace?
Yeah,
Fast? Okay, everyone roll a stealth check at its advantage. I'll roll for the NPCs.
Sure.
You will have just a flat roll. Tywin.
I will?
Yeah.
Awesome. 23.
That's disgusting.
Minus an
Just looked at that
18.
dice.
Mine's an 18.
It's 2 successes. 3 failure. So yeah, 4 successes, 2 failures. Okay. You guys start making your way through the city. You can see that any shop fronts or any sort of establishments that look especially like on the richer side, there's like glass that's been broken in. People have taken anything that seems remotely valuable. But there's not much in the way of bloodshed or anything, but you can see alongside the rioting and the looting, any particularly religious establishment or arcane establishment, any sort of like magical universities and such, they, at least that you recognize from your previous visits, they seem to be completely rubble, leveled to the floor. You pass by like this institution that taught like illusory magic, and it is completely sundered to the ground. You pass by a shrine to the goddess of death, once again completely and utterly destroyed.
When passing by those places, do I see like some of these rioters and stuff are like, you know, actively doing that or joining in on destroying these places, or they're just destroyed and then there's chaos happening around?
They're destroyed and then chaos is happening elsewhere.
Yeah. Okay.
These places have seemingly been left untouched because they're like A, that they blew up, and B, that there's potentially dangerous rubble and stuff. They're
Got it.
The places where the rioting and looting is happening are still structures that are up, but that have been damaged. These are gone.
Yeah. Cool. Got it.
Make a perception check, the two of you.
Sure.
4. 25.
Okay.
+1 really come in handy.
Sorry?
+1 really come in handy.
You hear an explosion not too far from where you are, not directly adjacent, but not too far. And you swear just across the rooftops. You see a shadowy figure just running across the rooftops.
Don't have any more Hunter's Marks because I use all of my spells recharging Sullivan.
Yeah, and then that shadowy figure runs from one side to another.
Whereabouts? What direction do you run in?
Behind from where you came, running forwards, and to the away from you that direction. So as you guys are making your way down the street, it's like blowing up something that way, and then it's going like.
Maury's on the Wandering Star. Could have made use. I guess you guys can tell him to do this.
Maury's gonna listen to us.
Well, Maury's not compelled to listen to Teely either anymore.
Yeah.
He just chooses to because Teely gives him shinies, and you're shiny and he's shiny.
You just gotta pay him.
You eventually do make your way to the outer wall of the administrative complex of Eris, but you can see there are like guards along the top watchtower, and they just call down to you. Turn back if you know what's good for you.
No, we're friends.
It's the Wandering Stars. We're friends of Alathil.
Place is closed down. We don't care who you are.
Well, might be important to the city's future and shit. I mean, you know, we're like kind of the protectors of it, and we need to protect right now. Us being in there, it will be safer for you guys than us being out here.
Roll a persuasion check.
Okay. Persuasion? Yeah, that is a 27.
Yeah. You know anyone inside who could vouch for you?
Alathil himself.
Take your pick. They've all seen us at this point.
Alathil's busy with meetings.
Anyone. We've been in there 1,000 times. Anyone.
Ask the first official you see.
The guy with the crossbow and the weird plant robot.
The guy with the crossbow. His photos are still up.
Is Stent busy as well?
I'll check in with Stent.
Funny that they're not in meetings.
Speed it up, pronto! Come on!
Suspicious that these tethers are red, if you know what I mean.
I'm sorry about this, Lapis's parents. It's
Lack
the
of
world's
comms?
not usually this crazy, I promise.
Been quite hectic.
Imagine being gold for like 18 years quite peacefully, and then all of a sudden, we got a daughter.
You see Stent walking back a few moments later, accompanying this guard, and she kind of looks like really pissy with the guard. Let them in. If you had any sense of your own, you would too. You see that the kind of the portcullis is lifted up, and you guys are given entry.
Thank you.
Are you vouching for these, like the four?
Absolutely, they're family.
Okay.
Sure you recognize the daughter of the
Yes, yes, lovely that you could join us. Definitely won't spark more interest that the daughter of Irvin graces us with her presence, but for the time being, she kind of like gestures to the guards. You didn't see anything, and if you did, then I suppose that you can kiss your lives, your job, everything that you know goodbye.
Not my job. Wow, death threats.
The job is all I have.
So as we're walking inside, I go like, okay, business talk. Stan, you're smart. You know shit that's going on. What's going on?
It seems that any and every city or governing body of power is under a similar dome. The dome isn't a physical barrier, but as so we tested, anyone is free to leave. But when they do, their connection to magic is severed.
Oh, like, what about if they come back in? Is
The same. They passing through the barrier seems to sever their connection.
but like permanently?
We don't know. So far, yes. It might just be that the time frame is longer than we expected. Maybe it's a day, maybe it's a week, maybe it's a month. But
Shit. Use some small magic right now.
We teleport.
That's what I'm seeing if the
I'll do
teleportation
minor
counted.
illusion of.
minor illusion works is fine.
Okay.
Right,
I was making sure
okay.
we didn't like the teleportation didn't pass us through the barrier. And
I've
then your
gotten
connection said-
the last I heard was that similar barriers were being erected around Salvaron and other cities of note. Seemingly, my reports at the very least suggest that the cities of Naya have been left untouched. So, but perhaps that may be a safe haven, though I believe that if we start evacuating there, that may become a target, so we've left it as an option for now.
We have news of more strange things happening in.
Yes, I've seen the tethers. They are connected to the basin in Zorana, so I definitely noticed them before the barrier went up. She kind of like casts like just a brief spell, and like basically a cloak appears around Rusa. Best that you don't show your face around here, if you would like to keep it, as previously mentioned. And right now, considering tensions are high and that you guys are potentially political allies / political enemies, I believe that you should keep yourselves hidden as well.
well, we're good at that.
Where's the rest of your troop?
They're trying to deal with what's going on in Erin.
Yes, I would really appreciate it if the continent didn't come crashing down, so it is good that they're
And
there.
about that, we could go back to help with some help to do that. If
I believe now that the barrier has gone up, you will not be able to teleport out.
Shit.
Right.
I was thinking.
How was
that
I able to teleport in?
I don't know when you teleported in, but the barriers only went up recently.
Right. That must have been perfectly timed then.
Maybe. Do y'all like deal with fucking like teleportation circles? You know, permanent fixtures.
We have some permanent fixtures.
Are they offline now?
They are going offline, and my leading theory is that anywhere that is not currently domed still works, but
Interesting.
anywhere that is covered does not work.
Well, Harlan was not domed last we left.
That's true. Do you have any teleportation circles that go there?
Not ones that go directly to Harlan. There'd be some that go to some fringe towns on Erin, but that would put you at least a hefty travel away.
We don't really
But
have time for hefty travel.
I suppose that if we teleported you to a fringe town, you could then use your teleportation magics to teleport back to your allies.
Or you'd have to do a bunch of smaller teleports, right? You don't have a big
I
teleport.
don't have
do
the
you?
big teleport unless, and this should theoretically work as it worked on Solomon Aether.
Desperate times, I guess. You have to find some.
Well, that shouldn't be too hard.
Do you have a
Like
supply?
drawer, just
Looking to buy?
Opens. It just opens jacket.
Do you have a supply of liquefied aether?
Well, I do make it my business to make sure that anyone who is dealing is tracked and surveilled. I'm sure that we could.
So you know the dealers in the.
Not personally, but I'm sure that given.
Personally, God, what do you think I am?
Not personally, but I'm sure that given sufficient motivation to cooperate, they would, not be upset if one or two of their product were to slide.
Fine, we don't have time to make a lot of decisions. Get in contact with them. You don't tell Solomon about this.
He'll get jealous.
Solomon knows that Aether is a very distinct way that he could possibly create life.
I know, I don't want Solomon knowing that I approved of this.
Yeah, he loves the idea of being able to enhance his magical power and his connection to God, and you guys are stopping him.
In the meantime, you've brought 4 guests to my door, both literally and metaphorically. What would you have me do with them?
Just keep them safe. We'll compensate you for this later, for anything that happens.
She smiles. That's a dangerous promise to make.
That wasn't a promise.
You're gonna give a favor to someone like that? I think it's bad
Look,
enough.
2 of them can mostly handle themselves. The other 2 might need a little bit of help, but for the most part, they shouldn't be
I
too
think
much
it's best
in
if
their
they stay together. Splitting them up means that more things to track.
Yes.
Right.
Rusa, Sasha, you 2 keep an eye on the 2 old folks there, okay?
We can do that.
Just get out your father.
I think the best place to keep them, again, because I wouldn't want anyone catching wind of dear Rusa being here, is to potentially take them to a safe house within the city. I'll handle that and getting you your enhancements. Meanwhile... Okay, yes.
We can do the safe house while if you get.
I need to. Well, I'll head up to the safe house with them, and then I'll make my way to the dealer. If you 2 would like to come along with.
Don't know any of them personally, huh?
Okay, let's go.
Yeah. She kind of gestures to the ground. Make a circle here, if you will. Link hands. She kind of mutters a few words under her breath. And you find yourself surrounding a small desk in a house, instantly whisked away, still within the limits of the city, as far as you can tell, though a very different part of town. She kind of looks over to your 4 accomplices. Feel free to make yourself comfortable. Just stay safe. I will routinely check in on this common area, so make sure that you haven't been compromised. But the 2 of you are with me.
I just quickly go over to Sasha and go, "It'll be okay," and I just kiss her on the head, and then go
She kind
follow
of
Tilly.
just playfully punches you. Don't go dying again, old man.
No promises.
Stent leads you down stairs into the streets below. You now realize that you're in this kind of like large apartment block in which Stent has set up a safe
Before we
house.
do this, just confirming the mechanics of Aether.
Aether will increase the spell level of anything you cast. It won't give you spell slots back.
Yeah. Okay.
It will allow you to cast a 6th level spell as a higher level spell.
No, that might not. Yeah, that might not work then.
Good point. Good point.
What if we gave the Aether to Rusa and saw what she could do with it? Because that'd be really
We
interesting.
might turn her into an old lady.
I don't
Listen,
think.
with experience, I can say.
I think Theodore would kill us.
He won't know.
She
She'd be
died
an old
in
lady
the
tomorrow or something, isn't she?
There's a magic-proof field around this city. It's not like he can scry on you.
We could permanently fix his daughter by kicking her through the void.
You know what? You ain't
That's
wrong.
not a terrible rule.
You are not
idea.
wrong.
Ty, when she's got his hands out, she's just grabbing him by the scruff and just.
I'd be more. I'm more surprised that Stent's eyes didn't light up when we brought him like the unaccompanied daughter of their rival sovereign.
So yeah,
Yes.
I think they did.
Let me just take that.
They absolutely did.
So it wouldn't let me cast teleport as a 6th level spell up to 7th when it is native.
No,
to a
because
7th
teleport
level.
is a 7th level spell.
Yeah.
If it would allow you to, if you took Aether, if you took one slot of Aether, you would be able to cast teleport. If you had the slot as an 8th level spell,
Yeah.
only expending a 7th level slot.
That wouldn't do anything anyway. Okay.
She just continues leading you because she doesn't know that.
Why don't you just be a sorcerer real quick and
Okay.
reassign your spell
I'll
slots?
change my class.
Sorcerers can't
So
They can
generate
only create up to
7.
5th level
Yeah.
spells.
That's fucked.
I know.
She continues leading you
What's
to.
the point of being a sorcerer?
Oh, I don't know.
Twin spell.
There are some benefits.
So that you go chase down this other shadowy figure who's blowing up temples.
Yeah, honestly.
Does it? Because you remember how she's got her little sanctum. I wonder if that's just like rubble downstairs, or if they haven't found it yet.
I mean, honestly, getting...
How much does Tilly even know about the mechanics of Aether anyway? Because would I even know this?
No,
Let's
it's magic
find
more
out.
powerful.
Honestly, getting some Aether anyway. Because I was thinking before, like, I wanted to use Aether to power Solomon back up, but we didn't have any.
Yeah.
And so now I'm kind of feeling like we should probably do,
Yeah.
even if this doesn't work, we should get some Aether anyway.
Yeah.
Imagine being like riding and looting. Hey, what if I was riding and looting right now?
Just need something to take the edge off, you know?
But I'll
It's just so much.
I'll supervise it. I'll keep it on my person. So. I
Well, she
decided
kind of
that's
leads you
it.
into this kind of like almost like convenience store-esque, and you see this, yeah, almost like this convenience store-esque place, and you see this like hobgoblin-esque figure at the counter. She kind of walks up, straightens her clothing. Greetings. I would like to discuss with you some of your shadier dealings. Worry not. I have your best interests at heart. If you cooperate, I let you continue. Don't try to run. Don't try to hide. It won't help. The kind of hobgoblin's like, I don't know what you're on about, lady.
We don't have fucking time for this. Where's your Aether? How
Roll an
much you
intimidation
got?
check.
This goblin's not scared of anything. The whole town's like in riot mode, and he's still just there manning the counter.
Check this
He
go.
doesn't give a shit.
Nat 20.
13 intimidation.
Natural 20.
Yeah.
You get the cupcake.
Later.
No!
Who rolled it? Did you roll it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. What did you roll?
13.
13. Look, look, all I'm saying is, you help me, I help you, maybe I provide you, safety for the foreseeable future. If you're unwilling to cooperate, I mean, I could always call over that pack of bandits over there. I'm sure they could expedite your destruction. Look, got a few left in stock. How much you need?
How many you got?
2.
Okay, well, fucking wasted question you just asked me. How much?
We're looking at 200 apiece.
Fine.
You'll hand them over for free. You do want to continue running your business, don't you?
No, don't worry. I'll pay you. It's fine. I'm not gonna tear down your fucking business. This is a legitimate business dealing. Here you go.
I'll cover one of those.
No! I've got so much money. Don't worry.
Let me pay!
The most lawful evil there is. We're forcing you into this business deal willingly.
Live your short time.
I am.
I will pay you. No, I'm fucking paying you.
Yes.
Yeah. 400
Fuck you,
gold and you
government.
get
I am going to
2
pay my drug dealer.
units of A-grade Aether.
Awesome.
Oh,
Right.
oh, did you guys feel that? Oh, I just got all shaky.
Oh,
Sorry, give me a minute. I just need a little minute.
Just a minute.
Very well. Shall we, gentlemen?
let's go. We don't have much time.
Well, what's the plan now?
Well,
Do we stay here or do we go after the person who's doing shit in this city, or do we try to get back to the others?
what's the closest teleportation circle do you know to Harlan?
Would be 2 and a bit days travel walking.
I think we'd do more just helping here, don't you think?
Probably.
I can try and transport you, but I will not be coming along.
You mean you can try and transport us?
To Halin, I can try and teleport you there, but I will not be coming with you.
But I thought you said we couldn't teleport there.
There's no circle there.
There's no circle there.
But they can try and send you in.
They can. It might not work, is what I'm saying. I can definitely try.
And what
like-
happens if it doesn't work? Where will we be?
That's a gamble.
There's just like
I'm just giving
when
you
we
the option.
teleported to the cavern last time. There were some issues with half of us. We were
It is a
slightly
gamble.
off course.
If you want to take it, you're more than welcome to. I will not force it upon
Something
you.
like that could happen.
But it just depends on how dire the situation is and what you want to do. If you want to
Problem
stay,
is we don't know how dire it is. We don't know what
Yes.
they're doing up there. God.
Fuck it. A rain falling would be incredibly disastrous.
not just for the people up there.
The people down here, the other natural disasters.
Well,
would
if that
affect the
is
whole
happening,
planet.
if we get up there, aren't we just 2 more people to save? We might just not be able to help out at all there.
The question
Put
you have to ask
ourselves in
yourselves is, the questions you have to ask yourselves is, do your allies need you right now? If they do, go. We can handle things down here. Rioters and looters are not the worst thing to afflict this city. A continent falling out of the sky is.
I think I don't know how much they could need us, but without we've always done everything together as a team. I don't.
Seems like it's
They function better. We function better when everyone's together.
That's true. I was thinking of it as, if I say we go back, that's me saying that I don't trust them, but you're right. Going back is us trusting us. And that's really where the trust should lie. So, fuck it. Let's take the gamble. See if you can send us back.
very well. She concentrates for a few moments, pulling out a very thin wand almost, planting it directly into the ground between the two of you, stepping back a little.
I'll give her a guarding inspiration. I don't know what it would do.
You're serenading her.
Yes.
A lovely song, thank you.
Yes. 1, 2, 3.
She focuses, uttering a similar enchantment to the one you know for teleport, but specifically not mentioning herself as part of the ritual. I need both of you to roll me a d100.
Could it work for one of us and not work for the other?
Tilly's made of copper.
Good luck.
You're a good team doctor.
What?
90.
90. Wow. I got 9.
Whoa!
Opposite ends of the scale.
Your
my
one's
friend.
making it, one's not. Take your bets.
Tilly
Do you-
are in space.
Do you offer anything for where you want to go, like specifically?
The Wandering Star. I think.
Well, that moves.
Yeah.
Someone's
yeah,
got a
hence the
sending
name.
stone to a wandering star.
Well, I mean, like just the docks, I guess.
Yeah.
I think the docks.
Okay.
Someone has a sending stone to the wandering star.
Yep.
Just saying.
We were hurrying
Tilly's
too much
got
to
it.
use it.
Yeah.
Okay. The two of you,
Okay.
the two of you, vanish Who rolled the 90? Who rolled the 9?
I rolled the 90.
Okay.
He rolled the 9.
Please.
Tilly, you find yourself on the surface of a ring at the docks of the airship. Tywin, you find yourself midair. As you look up, you are just out of arm's reach of a ring.
Oh,
You find yourself
fuck.
falling.
No.
When you say just out of arm's reach, like what are we talking?
Like you're looking at the underbelly of a ring.
Do I see
How? But like, can I see like the edge of it, or I'm
like you're
literally
like
just seeing
beneath it.
Underneath.
completely underneath it?
Now, as part of that, you can see like just like the kind of like almost inverted pyramid-esque like like the underbelly of the continent. You can see like these large like basically concrete structures on the underbelly where like they store like their sewage and then offload it at a later date.
So there are like openings in there.
Potentially, yeah. The roll a perception check.
Ow! Fuck you,
Also,
Thea.
last session I mentioned the bonus action roll full action healing. The other house rule I want to implement is coyote time falling. So you fall at the end of your round.
Coyote time falling.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
You said perception check. 26.
Okay. There's not anything in the way of openings, but there is like almost like ridges and maintenance hatches built into the sewage containers.
Okay. Fuck it. I'm gonna try to shoot my teleportation arrow to one of the maintenance hatches.
Okay. Roll 8 to hit.
Oh, if I don't hit this, should I sharpshoot it?
Absolutely.
Stop putting it in there.
No, in this case, it's not a choice. Sharpshooters, you benefit as is.
Close your eyes and tie one hand behind your back, just for fun.
Okay. That's a 15.
Okay.
Sorry, 16.
Okay. You fire. It takes what feels like an eternity, almost like in slow motion. The arrow flies through the air. It hits the concrete facade of this sewage containment system, and you instantly find yourself teleported there. The arrow back in your quiver, and
I try to grab on to whatever.
okay, roll a athletics check.
Okay. Switching dice.
I gotta switch dice.
Dirty 20.
Okay. You manage to grab on an extreme burning sensation through your fingers, because like there's like a bit of a rim to the maintenance hatch, and that's what you grabbed onto. But it's like such a thin surface area. It's taking your entire like determination to hold onto it.
Fuck you, Tilly. Fuck you, Tilly. Fuck you, Tilly.
Tilly's fault. It's not Tilly's
Tilly and
stuff.
teleportation. I don't care that they didn't actually cast
All
the teleportation.
is just my fault.
Yep.
Oh god, how do I even find you? From
Okay, so I'm holding on, but I'm holding on to like a hatch
Yeah,
thing. Can I like try to pull off the hatch?
sure. Roll a strength check.
Cool. 17.
Okay. It takes a little bit, but now that you've got some decent footing and something to hold on to, you pull the hatch open.
Fucking hell. Does it look like it? Like I would be able to traverse through it safely?
Relatively, yeah.
Like uncomfortably, but safely.
Yeah, it's gonna be uncomfortable. It's gonna stink. You're gonna stink, but
Yeah.
The shit you're gonna go through.
Don't fake. That was it.
Don't fake love with that.
That was it. That was the best one.
Don't fake love with that. Don't fake love with that.
You get a dice.
you get an inspiration.
That was really good.
Why?
That was so good.
It's too easy. It was too
to
easy.
go through. It's too easy.
Didn't you almost get eaten by spiders the last time you were in these sewers?
Was it these sewers?
I think it might have been.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Oh well.
Oh my god,
So
the
be it.
rematch!
I'm also gonna just take
I'm here for my
a
bounty.
deep breath of the fresh air before I go in there, and that's me using tireless to get temp HP. So I get 8 temp HP.
Okay.
And then I just start crawling through.
Okay.
Fucking hell.
Well,
150 health, by the way.
We get it.
well, there's not much in the way of specific rolls. Just roll one survival check. Other than that, it's not too hard for you to navigate your way back.
On a scale of 1 to 100, how badly would you say they stink after this?
About a 9.
Oh.
But from the 100 down.
Oh, 91. Oh.
Roll a d20 if that's your stinker.
What was that? Survival?
Mhm.
Awesome. 4.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Literally.
No, I suck at survival.
Oh, shit, dude.
Be like Ranger.
Oh,
like you are.
I track purely
You
with
are a
magic.
well-renowned ranger, but you are never going to live this down, as it takes you much longer than you would like to wade through piss and shit.
Well, yeah, I'm bad at tracking unless I'm tracking a person. Like, I'm bad at directions on a map. I have to be following footprints, and if I'm not, I'm doomed.
So it takes you about the better part of half an hour to.
Oh, and the whole city's like listing every now and then. Like he's
that's
sloshing
what makes it
around in
especially
there.
hard. Is you keep losing your bearing every time a tether snaps, and you slide back a little. In all sorts of weird and awful directions.
Oh, there'd be big waves of sewage every
Yes.
time that happens as
Do you
well.
remember that one scene in Doctor Who in The Beast Below when they land in the belly of a star whale and just bile and like processed food comes towards?
I can just see Tywin like climbing all the way up a corridor and then getting back down.
Am I either taking damage or getting poisoned from any of this?
You will take like 20 points of acid damage.
Fair.
Do you remember that one sending stone I gave you ages ago?
I don't remember anything, just so you know.
That's true.
Yeah. We were. It was
you
raiding
bought them
the
for us, didn't
Church
you?
of Vorkal. I went ahead of the team to sneak into the church, and I gave you a sending stone.
I believe you more than I believe myself.
Okay.
So I possibly do have that.
So
I think it's possible to like, you know how sometimes you'll have like a backpack or something and there's stuff that's been buried in there for ages and you just completely forgot existed and you pick it up, you're like, oh, I had a bouncy ball, you know? I think that's sending
I
sense.
once
Like,
found,
at the-
That-
I once found, like, at the end of year 2, I found a hammer at the bottom of my bag.
yeah. So I think the sending stone is somewhere at the bottom of my bag. I don't remember it's there, but it might be.
So when I teleport and I don't see you, I'm going to use that. Tywin, are you safe? Where are you?
What the fuck? I'm just like, my back's up against the top of the shaft and there's water like rushing into my bag. And...
I can come get you if you tell me where you are.
Hold on, fucking. Hello? Who's that?
New rock who
Are you
did.
saying anything more?
Yes, I am. Look, I'm like in the fucking sewers of the city, so like I'm coming up as fast as I
That's it.
can.
That's all.
Yeah.
Yay.
Cool. Put it back in.
Alright.
Throws the rock.
The one-time use is over.
And just crawl through.
Yeah. Eventually, you emerge out of like a manhole.
Tywin's arrows now do deal poison damage.
Right next to you, you get like a lovely jump scare as a monster made of shit. As a monster made of shit emerges from the manholes.
Have you seen the picture of that kid crying? He's covered in crude oil and he's getting showered on. That's what's going on right now. Hold on.
Is that good? Can it work?
Yeah.
I can't look up when shower crying. I can't.
I just burst out and go, Teela, you fuck!
What happened? Where were you?
I was falling! If I didn't have the teleportation arrow, I'd be dead right now.
As I called you just because I could have gotten you faster, I think, sort of.
I don't know how the fucking thing works. L1 for the ship just goes back and forth.
True. I don't know how to fix these. Yeah, while I was waiting for Tywin, could I have looked around for the Wandering Star or the crew or wherever they are?
Well, on that note, they're on. You can see the wandering star in the sky, heading towards what looks like an epic anime battle between us.
Right. Everyone else is up there.
Okay,
I can get us up there.
sounds great. Just so you know, I mean, I'm completely on board with it. Just so you know, I have nothing but my crossbow and regular arrows, basically. Like,
Okay.
I'm the most tapped you've ever seen me. I've got no teleportation, I got no magic, I got no hunter's marks. I'm fucking useless. I can go invisible a bit. That's gotta be it. Just so you know.
Okay.
But I can still deal damage. So, yeah, maybe we should try to do that. Thing is, what if you miss?
How far away is it?
It's about 200, 300 feet.
The Wandering Star.
Yeah,
Okay.
So you have to do a couple teleports?
No, just one.
Oh, just one? Oh, yeah. How many feet is it?
500.
500.
That's what it is.
And you can also specify like there.
I was thinking of something cooler if it was further away than one teleport, but won't have to do that.
Cool.
Yeah.
I want to see what you've got planned cooler though.
Maybe I'll do it anyway in the fight. We'll see. It's close enough right now.
Okay.
It's getting further, so
Okay, alright, fuck it. Let's do it.
right.
Grab onto your hand.
Yeah, we go to the Wandering. Okay.
Let's go.
Fanfic!
Your hand just gets like squished.
Covered in shit.
I told you.
Yeah.
I told you.
Your hand now ruled.
I mean, you did the very in character thing. You went.
Yeah.
I mean, I was just like role-playing.
Yeah, you were role-playing.
and then
I didn't see you make contact. You sort of just went further and went.
Yeah, I have create and destroy water, so Tyrant.
That sounds great.
I do not have prestidigitation, which I think is the only thing that'll actually clean.
He's soiled himself.
We'll just kick him off the island over this inland sea.
but yeah, we appear on the Wandering Star.
Ah. For the four of you, as you're approaching this is still when the Celestials are up. You approach this epic anime battle happening in the sky, and then Tilly and the humanoid covered in fecal matter is next to you.
Oh, just like flat out on the deck, back down.
What the fuck is that thing?
It's me.
We did a lot of teleports.
Tywin, what kind of shit have you been through? What kind of shit have you been through?
Jeez, how many times did you just jump somewhere? It was like 8 times in a minute.
It's not only
I'm literally experiencing jet lag right now. Like
They're gonna find out that like planar interdimensional travel causes cancer or something. And,
Yeah.
and Teely's just gonna light up with like the first metallic tumor.
Now,
Oh
can
god.
do I have enough time to create water?
You can spend time creating water. It'll be funny.
Uh,
Triage Tywin before killing anything
and
else.
wash him.
Sure.
So
You just open your mouth and water spews out.
Lapis opens a bottle that has a little.
Vomits on Tywin already coming.
I've always played it as Lapis has like opens a little bottle of water.
It's like it reveals his face like a.
Little drop of water. She flicks it on.
Power
She flicks
simulator.
it to Tywin, but as it comes out, it's like.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it 10
With the water pressure of like a fire truck hose.
Yeah.
I create up to 10 gallons of.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm just like.
Yeah,
Yeah, power
like,
simulator.
as it completely soaks me, it just like reveals my like irritated face below it.
Don't worry. Stand still, Tywin. Hold your breath. I'm cleaning you off. It's like spraying the water and then the shit. Just like...
Lapis wouldn't be able to see. Her eyes would be up there, mouth's wide open. Looking up. Wow.
She's like vomiting.
Her jaw unhinges, more water spews out.
She shrivels up.
Just like my hair's all pushed down from the water, and I'm just like, thank you, Lapis.
Right.
Gets a little bit of.
Does not smell
She
any
also
better.
opens up a little thing of sand and she. Because it says. It says the components: a drop of water if creating water, and a few grains of sand to drain. I've always flavored as she's got a little bottle of water and sand, and she just flicks sand and it like destroys the water.
Great, thank you. I'll use Tylus again.
You don't see. Why are you still shitty? I cleaned you up.
This has been fun. I've enjoyed this a lot.
It's been a long day, Lapis.
You don't need to crack the shit set.
I almost died about half an hour ago. Can we fucking not make jokes about my near-death experience?
You're right. That would have been a really good That was such a shitstorm time.
This must be some real piss take.
I got one more. And I'm done. Let's take you up. Let's take you up.
Up Schitt's Creek? Yeah.
I was like, alright, I'm done.
Great. I'm glad to hear it. Can we save this city now? What's happening? Give me an update. What happened while we were gone?
Look.
And this is about the time the Celestial dies.
Oh, okay. Was that one of ours or one of theirs?
dare you strike down a servant of the Lord
One
of
of ours.
Light.
Got it. So, who's that?
Spectral form of Mikhail?
Fuck.
Right, before we get any closer to that, telepathic bond.
Okay. Expending the spell slot.
Um,
You don't have time for ritual.
okay, yeah. Then spell slot.
Yeah. You guys are all telepathically bonded.
So, I mean, this is a form of Mikhail. This isn't.
I don't think this is the real one. And who knows if this is going to even do anything.
Okay.
We gotta try.
Can I get everyone to roll initiative?
Why don't we just try and Steven Universe this and just be like, with the power of friendship, we can say.
I forgot my
Initiative's
mini
plus
again.
5 now.
So Serena is back on the field this week.
You just roll your eyes
You
at
did
me?
it twice in a row.
Excuse me?
Wasn't yours already
Okay,
20?
so
Isn't theirs
I've
20 at the
had
moment?
my-
Mine, I just
Friday.
went up to
I haven't
20.
been home
Just level
since
up.
Friday.
Big man.
So, like,
Very cool.
Yeah, I just forgot.
And no one else's is 20.
So-
Wait, I thought theirs was 20.
No,
Is
yours
that your
is 18,
charisma?
right? Your dex?
Yeah.
What's your charisma? Is yours 20?
Also
I had to
18.
leave for uni early on Friday, and then
Congratulations.
I've been not at home
Yeah,
over the
I don't
weekend.
have first
That's
in
good.
anything.
So, yeah.
What was I
No,
Serena's
you've finally
back
gotten
in
out of
the-
babysitting.
Yeah, it's house sitting.
Alright, fair enough.
We've upgraded.
They're easier than babies,
Yeah.
to be honest.
They,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
they don't
House
really.
is very
if you've
good.
seen
They don't
Monster
really
House.
have
House
too
is
much
good.
maintenance.
What the hell's it for?
Oh, am I wrong?
I'm probably near Tyrone because we just teleported.
I'm standing somewhere near the prow of the ship.
Yeah, my D&D bag just never gets unpacked. It's just...
You got a mini?
I mean, I
shit,
use
I
I
don't have
use
my
that
mini
bag
one.
for
Just use
all
a bag.
things, so it's a bit tricky.
Yeah, I just got a designated D&D bag that's big enough for all of my D&D stuff.
Did someone want to expend a mini for Lapis? Because I didn't know my Lapis mini.
Oh, yeah, I'm a character.
Smart creature there.
The mushy boy.
Oh, you can fly.
I can
That's
fly.
sick
Or
as
she
all
can
hell. I
be
just remembered.
a woman
Hey,
I could be
Dude, you
a...
specifically mentioned
instead
it.
of a mushroom. Do you want to be a
you can
mushroom or
throw
a
one at me
woman?
if you'd like, but I was going to say something else. Here, put it on the top
Okay,
of that.
I have a really
Perhaps
bad
he is
idea.
decided for you, I guess.
And it's a really character-changing idea, but I think I have to
gonna
do
flip
it.
Wait. I was going to say...
Not right now. It's if it goes to shit right at the end.
Okay, well...
It did.
I'm banking it.
Yeah, everything went to
Well,
shit.
I was going to say, if you feel impotent at any point in this combat, and now you know this because we're bonded, then please just sing out to Solomon. And if I haven't done something else, then I'll give you a something really fun actually that you can choose from.
Oh, okay. Tywin. I hope you don't start talking shit while we're,
Wow.
while we're in combat.
That's very exciting.
That one was
Got
in
me so
it.
excited.
She might be able to fly. We'll see.
Everyone gets to fly now?
Those are powerful.
They're really nice, though.
What the hell? They were just like, man, we ain't got a lot of chip. We do got a lot of seasoning. Should we just use it all up? Jesus Christ.
They look like those chocolate sticks.
That would
But
kill like
with
a
spicy.
like
What
a
are
like
they?
a like a Victorian 1800s Victorian child would die if they had that much flavor.
are they?
They are chili and lime flavored.
It's like a tortilla chip that's been rolled up.
No, it's like the salt from the tortilla chip that's been rolled up. That's incredible.
It's like the salt.
It is
They're
how
powerful
you
as all
call
hell.
it, busting. Would you like to try it?
Shit is indeed clogged.
I do quite like to try it.
Someone's just had really, really good septic sewage for the rest of the week now. Tywin's been like, right, this is nowhere near the most efficient way to go. Watch. Dude, that guy's swerving.
I love the action pose.
I hope you.
He's coming up for a huge hook.
Alright, I got one more.
Are
One
you
more.
on... What do I message you on?
Big
from here?
uppercut straight to
I
the
want to
jaw.
send you something while in session. Which of the...
Discord.
Discord, okay. Alright,
wanna
I'll send you the
What
thing.
generation phone is that?
An iPhone 18.
What?
Damn.
18.
No, it's
18.
an SE. It's like the iPhone 8 but repackaged.
Right.
Tywin. You can't die this session, otherwise you ate shit and died. You can't be doing.
You can't eat shit and die, Jordan.
You can only do one.
You can only do one or the other.
Fair enough. Well, I've done one already.
Exactly.
Well, that's dying and eat shit. But
So this will represent the ballistas on either side of the ship. This is like your little electricity, like chain lightning weapon.
I was looking at that just now.
I'm not going to draw in an actual ship because it will move, so we'll just move everything relative to each other.
What did I roll?
Do we have the pins?
yes.
Pins.
Do you need anything else?
Just the pins. Just the pins. Therefore, Olivia right now. Okay.
Thank you.
Initiative for Mikhail Pine.
The sun is red.
Okay, 25 to 20.
I think I got
I
a
need
20
to count.
So
Really?
on the dot. I got a 19.
okay,
You can choose one of these three.
we start with Mikhail.
Friend.
Oh.
Oh, this thing would actually be insanely useful. Lots of HP, massive fire speed.
Then
great
Solomon.
armor, some cool things.
No,
cool?
wait.
Oh.
Hold on.
But it's also
I got
low as cool
22.
as giving
Oh,
you that
okay.
thing.
Lapis before Solomon.
That's the one
Do you have
you
the
took.
spray?
Do we have the spray?
What? Oh, the goober. Yeah.
I also took the other one.
Very cool, Olivia.
Thank you.
So it's Mikhail, then Lapis, then Solomon. Anyone else in 25 to 20?
Nope.
Sounds good.
That's most probably a good spot.
You had one job.
I'm sorry.
Just
I
take the
just started too fast.
What's the deal with all these bad guys and like being ready for a fight?
I mean,
was already
it's like attacking a city and then being like, oh, they defended it. If I could have seen this coming, I might have had a chance to prepare. Of course, they're ready for a fight.
Alright, we're done.
Okay, 20 to 15.
This bitch gonna go.
19.
You would is already on go. Always on go.
Okay, Tywin. Anyone else in 20 to 15? Okay, 15 to 10.
I have a second turn.
Okay, Anya. 10 to 5.
7. So me, then Vanta.
I believe that's everyone.
What does the ship go?
The ship will go with
Tywin?
after Tywin.
I like to imagine the orders always perpetually.
What about the tethers?
You can just nudge one of them and
When
ready
the
to go.
tethers
The tailors don't go.
You say that now.
The tethers aren't going, we're all good.
You say that now.
As long as they just stay with it.
Okay, we're starting off with Mikhail.
Fuck that now.
He's gonna go one diagonally this way. Can someone move one diagonally this way?
He's going to attack a tether.
Yeah, he's gonna do 3 attacks into the tether.
Gonna attack on Titan.
Okay. So 3. It's 3d10 3 times. 4, 12.
We get the harpoons mounted with ropes to reel in our prey yet?
Yes.
Is that a thing that
We
happened?
did work on that.
We
yeah.
have a chain hook, yeah.
I didn't. It depends if this guy's corporeal. I get the feeling he won't be, but we'll find out.
No, I'm trying.
No, I'm trying.
Okay. You watch as he takes 3 slashes at a tether, and with this last slash, cuts through it entirely. And then he will go to basically that tether there.
It's too quick.
That brings us to the next person in the initiative.
Lapis.
Lapis. So you're currently on the prow of the Wandering Star.
I wonder how much of a bad idea it would be if she says that she lets a magic arrow bolt into her crossbow. I wonder how bad it would be. I hope it's not a circular saw or a nuke. I'm gonna shoot a magic arrow.
First roll a d20 and a d10. So that's a d20 and a d10.
Oh, nice. I never said this. 2.
So 13. Okay, cool. Now roll to hit.
That didn't land. That's a... Oh, that moved. 14.
Hits.
Oh, shit.
Found the wandering star.
Okay.
Hope so. We're on it.
There
No sneak attack?
None on this one now.
Sorry.
Okay.
What does arrow number 13 do?
8.
Okay.
You get to add your sneak attack damage. That's what the arrow does.
Okay. I need you to roll 8d8.
Can you describe Mikhail as we see him now? Because this obviously isn't the same thing that we've seen in the past,
more
right?
D8, please.
It's like a shadowy aspect of
wanna use the
Mikhail,
silly little
entirely comprised
one?
of this
Go
kind
on,
of shadowy
D8.
matter.
No,
It looks
sorry,
like
I
him,
don't
but there's no substance to
Yeah,
it.
D4.
And is it
was also
just
a D4.
floating on its own sort of thing?
So it's even
And the
tinier
sword
than
it swings is
regular.
similar to the one that we've seen previously,
I
right?
also do have a tiny D8.
What would it roll?
7.
Not bad.
I've been on a tiny D8 before. That's about 5 minutes and then she left. D8 date.
I got it. I got
Yeah,
it.
that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we just validate it with laughter.
It was good.
I was a
liked
little bit
it.
shit. Get this bitch, guys.
26.
Yeah.
You watch as Mikhail's form collapses and starts falling out of the sky. Can you just knock him prone?
Devin?
Did my arrow do anything?
Yeah.
Thank
Put him to sleep.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Tranquilizer done.
Okay, how much falling damage would he take if he fell all the way?
Let's keep him that way.
I mean, that's not off the edge of the island, is it?
Dude, all we see is like fucking Lapis, like, first off, I got him, guys.
No, because doesn't he need to be woken up in order to get out of sleep?
You don't know how this one specifically works.
We don't know how it works, but like, we just see Lapis go, "Dum, dum," and then he goes down, and we're like, oh, fuck.
So it'd be like,
Job well done,
Yeah,
lads.
none of us have any idea that they're asleep.
Hey, next up in initiative.
Let's go
Solve
home.
V.
sweetie.
Alright. Lapis, did you just strike him down?
Cody time. He'll fall on his turn,
didn't-
at the end of his turn.
I didn't. I didn't mean for that to happen. My bad. I mean, good, but
Might be good. Maybe we don't do anything.
Okay, so do I see this guy start to sort of float back downwards?
Yeah.
Oh, that was easy. I believe we should capture the body if possible, given his liability to escape.
I think he might just be unconscious. Anything you hit him with might wake him up.
Then I suppose this is best we hit him? I'm confused. I'm really confused now, guys, because as a character, I don't know what the fuck he's doing.
I think maybe let him hit the ground.
Are you
How
able
far
to
away is
heal
the crowd?
tethers at all?
I can certainly inspect it. I suppose, can I ask two bits? Does Solomon know any way that they can expedite the repair of the tethers? And can I tell if he is anything otherworldly, specifically of origin not from here, fiend sort of thing, that Solomon knows of?
He's humanoid.
Yeah, okay.
Well,
He's just humanoid but shadowy.
yeah, shadow humanoid.
Easy.
You could expedite it by bringing the ends of the tethers closer together, physically.
Yeah. Otherwise, I think you'll probably just feel, cast, bless.
Yes!
I guess we will do a thing.
Yes, he'll do the thing. Anyone who wants bless can have it.
Me.
I'll write it down. Yeah, you get blessed.
Yeah, let's
Give
go.
it to Mikhail. Yeah.
Give it to Mikhail. He
Give
wants
it to the
blessed.
D.
No, he doesn't want it. He's sleeping. He doesn't know.
Let me
He
just
doesn't know
see
you're giving it
so
out.
who needs bless? Yes, you can have it.
I think everyone sort of just
I'll
wants it.
leave it off. Because the problem is I want to cast some other fucking concentration spells as always. But we got this bitch over here. He's like, my crossbow does more damage.
You're the one who decided to cast bless. I
Yes,
didn't.
well, because
I didn't lead you to that at all.
That's
It is true.
okay, that's all good. Well then, you can have it. You can have it. You can have it. And
I think give it to Lapis because
As I
I'm very melee. I won't be.
I'm also very melee. with
that's
that.
all right. We've got a solution for that.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm assuming that's
But
a
also, it'll
spell,
help
but-
with saving throws and stuff, so
Yeah.
you don't
Yes,
die.
precisely. Well,
Do you have-
it doesn't matter. We really need to save those tethers.
I'm
That's the
pretty
biggest
okay
thing.
with saves.
We'll give the other one
Yeah,
to
you are.
Lapis
So
because that's good.
you have it.
So
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, except for one particular save
How many
that
people
might
did you
be
bless?
important for you to have bless. for.
Yes. Those ones.
I
I
can only roll
recall.
2 numbers
1,
now.
2, 3,
No,
4.
hang on.
Yes.
I can
Sounds
only
correct.
roll
Do you want to find
one
some blessed
number to
tokens
make
in
me
you?
fail.
Yes.
So if you had bless, you would not fail, guaranteed.
Yeah, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to need it.
Should I play my
Alright, fair enough.
I'm not going to need it unless I throw
How
a
many people
dice
did you bless?
across the
4?
room and then you
Or 3?
know that I'm wrong.
4. 4 blessed tokens if you can.
Rain, you should have used Coyote Time by using Dimension Door to teleport Solomon right above Mikhail, and then he'll fall right
Oh,
after
yeah.
Mikhail does and Goomba stomp him.
I mean, that looks like the best game.
What is this? What's the best game?
I forgot to
Because you
cancel
won't
my
fall
Prime
on your
Gaming
turn, it
for
fall on
like 3
his turn.
Overwatch skins.
It's fine.
And
It
I can
makes
get a
sense.
Hungry Orca Roblox helmet if I wish.
Oh, absolutely. Hungry Orca Roblox helmet sound
But
epic.
I want the conductor of Reinhardt before I get rid of this.
There's one less.
Hashtag blessed. Okay, so is that the end of Solomon's turn?
Yes.
Who's next?
And he will activate his hammer of hitting things.
Okay, who's next?
Who me?
Tywin.
I had a question. I forgot what it was.
Well, I have an answer, but I can't answer it.
Got this. Okay.
This is good wisdom, thank you.
If you wanted to.
About the Aether weaves.
Yeah.
So he's falling right now. If he fell like, let's say half of the distance between where he is now and to the ground, if he fell like that far, would he still have access to the Aether weaves from that distance
Yeah,
to be able
the
to
Aether
cut?
weaves.
They go all the way down. So
Yeah,
it doesn't matter how high up he is, he's always going to have access to them. Okay.
Well, if he goes beneath the island, he won't have access to the ones above the island.
Yeah, that's true.
If you ask it over the link.
And where he's falling, where does it look like he's going to fall?
50-50 as to whether he goes past the island or on the island, edge of the island.
Interesting. Maybe we could help that.
Hey, interesting thought. Is the thing still on the moon? Can someone check?
The thing?
The robot.
Oh.
Big robot.
Well, we can't check whilst we're on Arin.
Oh, you got like a, I don't know, a little telescope.
Telling scoop.
Maybe
Have you
someone?
considered asking God?
I think
No.
I'll just
Have you?
Yes, every time.
I also
tell the
have.
ship and the crew to lower altitude with him as best we can.
So just keep us right in line with
Yeah,
the
well,
thing.
the combat map will stay.
That's what I'm trying to do. Keep the combat map staying basically the same thing. And for me, I guess I get on a ballista and ready my action if I see him
Just want
start
to
to
move Tywin over to the ballista facing.
ready my action to see if he starts to wake up. I'll fire.
Yeah, place those blessed tokens on whoever's blessed.
Just give them to you in person.
No,
it's
just
easier.
put them on the minis.
So,
This is
There you go, perfect.
me.
Wow, it's so pretty.
And there's my ugly man here. And then there's... Who did I give it to?
Was I?
I don't know, it's your
Unless
spell.
you changed
You
it.
can have it.
Okay.
Cool.
And one more on Lapis.
I don't think there's...
Said I need one more.
Just if there's a concentration token, put it on them.
There's like some blank ones.
Just check a blank one on them.
Alright, hang on. I don't know what the blank one is. One.
There we go. Lovely. Good stuff, team.
Wunderbar.
Which one was last?
Well, it seems like if all the cables above the island get cut, the island slams down into the planet. So, conversely, if all if all the things underneath the island get cut, it slingshots into the moon, presumably destroying the robot. Oh my god!
So you're saying we should
My turn.
countercut? we should cut off some ballast and let the thing float into space. That's a really interesting idea, and exactly what I expect to hear from Hamish.
What we do is
Why don't we fight him by cutting our own cables?
we wake him up and confuse him into thinking that those cables go in the top, so we slash it.
Yes, we'll be like, hey, oh no, you're upside down. You better cut the wrong cables.
It's kind of the equivalent of like when people like stab themselves to let the other person get in close, or like there's someone behind them, so they stab a sword through themselves to cut the person behind.
Just need to cast reverse gravity to confuse him.
Who's next?
It is the
The
ship
ship.
and then myself.
Okay, so well,
Pivots. And...
Pivot.
do you want the ship to pivot?
Nah.
Okay, then the ship. Yeah, like if you, unless instructed, the ship just go.
It just banks down to
Yeah, just
him.
banks down. Okay, after that it's Anya.
I don't know what I'm doing. What am I doing?
You can help prepare a tether.
All in good time. I'm at the bottom of initiative.
Yeah.
Do you jump? As you can expedite the tether's healing by physically bringing the ends closer together.
Oh, really? Okay.
I did say that to you.
Yeah, but I'm trying to understand. Solomon doesn't understand how he would move a tether. He doesn't. He sort of knows that these are Aether weave, but you're saying that these are. What's brought them into being at the moment? To be physically touchable.
Is there any way that like you can communicate to them in such a way that they can, like, I guess, respond with movements?
I don't know. You
I don't
won't know
know.
until you try.
I'll just be like, we're trying to help you move closer so I can put you back together.
Okay. The one of the strands dangling down kind of lists towards you. It will say
We need something for broken tethers now.
broken tether coming towards you now. Moving.
And then I'll move, still remaining on the ship.
Yeah, the edge of the
now.
ship is like this row here.
Yeah, still remaining on the edge of it, like on the ship, but being ready to.
Into that.
Yeah.
Okay. That brings us to
Tilly.
Kelly.
Okay, so the pillars are also tethers, right?
The pillars are connected tethers.
And he's still.
I really need to go get some Red Wool.
Why did I just see Red Bull? Who's drinking that?
Red Wool.
Red Wool. Yeah, that's it.
How did they drink red?
I'd like some red licorice.
Can I
Oh, yeah, like something
that was it. I saw
Yeah,
you eating
yeah.
that red thing.
Oh.
Can I retroactively put myself here so I'm like keeping an eye on him from the prow? Thank you.
Or like spaghetti covered in sauce.
Fettuccine.
Okay. Question: without any other information,
The Aether
fifth or
was just a big
sixth
fireball.
level.
Fifth.
Okay.
Yes. Magic spaghetti. Sorry.
So, just around in front of the ship, you guys feel a bit of wind flowing towards and circling a certain area, and the air, as it compresses in that space and starts sort of oscillating, it's like its index of refraction sort of changes so that you can actually see a translucent sort of blob form out of the air, and it becomes a more clear shape slowly into the form of a giant crow's claw. I am casting Arcane Hand,
Ooh, awesome.
and
Yeah, what's up,
I will
mate?
put that.
Yeah, look at me!
Says the foot.
You can send more to go see if they're actually dead.
So when I cast it, I can do one of its actions.
Yeah.
One of them's Interposing Hand, which is the one I want to do, but it basically puts it between myself and an enemy by default, and that's how it's worded. But can I use it to protect something else instead?
I suppose you could just position it.
Okay, because then I want to use Interposing Hand. The claw moves between Mikhail and the tether closest to him, and it's protecting that tether. So with that action, the hand moves to stay between you and the target, in this case the tether, providing the target with half cover against the tether against the half cover against the target.
Yeah.
And the target also can't move through the hand space.
The hands is basically blocking.
Yeah, so it's blocking a 5-foot space between them.
Yeah. Anything else? Andrew?
Yeah, I think that should be all.
And that brings us to Fanta.
Ooh. Should make something be the hand. What size of it?
Can't you get the hand to like
Get him, Wingo!
carry someone?
The first party member to be able to fly.
What's that?
So I think you're the first party member to be able to fly.
I could already fly. I can just fly at will now.
Yeah, I know. But even then, first party member, either way.
I've been able to fly since level 11.
I could use the hand to just carry me around, but that means he could hit me and I lose concentration and I just fall.
And that's not what we want to do.
You make a lovely hole in the deck when you hit though.
See, the thing is, I could fly after him, but I've seen how fast this clown is, and also how fast he's falling, so I won't be able to keep up with him even if I do fly. That's the trouble.
Yeah, your wings are comparatively slow.
Yes.
This is gonna be between
Might be on account of the
Kel
fact that
and
they're skeleton wings. Does make life hard. I don't really want to hit him with anything either, because he's sleeping.
You're welcome. You've made it more
Vanta doesn't
difficult
want
for
to
everybody.
attack someone from the order.
No.
Vanta character development?
Vanta
No.
likes you, Kale.
Oh my
No,
goodness!
yes.
The scandal.
It's a ship. No, I'm metagaming very hard. Excuse me.
Actually, it's 10 feet away.
I wouldn't say it's
it's a
metagaming
large
hard.
creature.
You'd just be very annoyed at me. I'm looking at you, but probably someone else.
I don't know. I'm sorry, I missed that entirely. I wouldn't be annoyed at you at all.
No, him being asleep's good.
Him being asleep it's not so much that, it's just that I, as a character, I have no idea what's going on. Someone's just like seen this guy get hit by one bolt and fall out the air, and we're like watching him really cautiously because we know that he should be stronger than this, and now he's just not. And we didn't underestimate him; we underestimated Lapis, which is why it's so surprising.
She's just not going to say, you're welcome.
No, we just saw this happen and go, okay, well.
Yeah, that's pretty useful, I suppose.
I mean, we've watched a
if he
circular
splats on the
sword
ground
finish.
after one shot, then I will be a-okay.
Remember that time that you paralyzed Mother Eklak? And we were all like, yes! Fucking hilarious. It's alright, it's more likely that this idiot just teleports back up and we're like, no, now we're down here. Wouldn't it so much more efficient?
Yeah, not being able to do much flight from here at the moment. I'm just gonna twin spell Death Ward myself and Tywin because he's prone to it.
Ooh.
Honestly, right now, kinda.
There you go, baby.
Thank you. Less than death warded.
Why does that sound like based in red pill?
That's what I had. Well, he does nothing on his turn, and at the end of his turn, he falls 500 foot.
500. Oh, good grief.
Lapis, since you're the one to put him to sleep, can you roll me a D100?
I'm going to wake him up.
Roll me a D100.
Oh, do you want
Can we know what's
the big,
good?
How far away is the ground?
What's good? What's good, man?
I want the big, big.
Oh, you're the big boy. Do you have the big boy?
The chonka.
Big boy?
Chonka.
Yeah, I got the big boy.
Give me the chunk.
You want the big boy?
Yeah,
And you have the big boy.
I'm gonna chunk
Above
it.
the 50, 50 and above, he hits a rin. Less than that, he goes off the edge. He keeps falling.
Okay, so we want low.
Yeah. Rolling on that is...
I don't think low is what we've got.
I'd say
I
it's
think
this
that's-
number here.
I think that is, yeah.
This number here.
You got to stand up and look down.
No, that I think
If I
is
roll
a
it on the table.
68.
is
That's a 68.
Yeah, he's hit a rin.
Hey,
That's not moving.
Alright.
One more time, let me check.
Hang on. Yeah, that's,
I
you
can't
moved my
I-
phone.
I'd roll that
if
one.
that
So that means
counts.
he hits the island at the end of his turn?
I
Yes.
can't make
At the end of his turn, he hits the island. You would take like more than his hit point
Billion
number of
damage.
d6. So, you know, not a splat, it's just a,
Yeah.
as the
Like a
spectral
reaper.
form. Yeah, as the spectral form of. I think a mental blank.
Imagine all of us getting ready. You guys teleporting like 18 times, and Lapis is like,
Just one sleep dart.
yeah, it's literally just like sleeping afar off the map.
Yep.
Like,
I see. Now you get to experience Lapis shooting things really good. You
I
didn't
just,
see it
like-
the first time.
Yeah, you just watch, and Mikhail's form just dissipates.
I just watched his like.
You guys are out of initiative.
I'm still trying to help this tether join up
Yeah.
with.
I just like
see Lapis
I was
like-
like following his whole body down with the ballista the entire time just in case, and then I just watch him like hit the ground and disappear.
"Where the fuck?"
And I just like turn to Lapis and I just do like the meme like thumb.
You see her with the most confused face going.
Yeah, she's trying to own it, but she's also like,
Congratulations, guys! You just hit boundary.
We just defeated the entire order. We did it.
You just
We should
level-
check his body to see if he has another wish ring on him.
It's,
Oh shit!
I don't think it was a physical body.
I don't think it was either, but like, what if?
Would ever have a feeling things aren't finished?
Yeah, I guess I'm using the arcane hand to put together as many of the tethers
Yeah,
as
yeah.
possible.
You help link up as many of the tethers as you can.
"Does it appear there's anything else attacking the city?"
Well, the island.
We did it.
I'm using.
Just that.
You guys
I'm
are not used to
using-
win, huh?
Not that
Not
fast,
an
I
easy
don't
one.
think.
I'm using our wandering star searchlight to look. To say, well, I'm gonna see first
like midday.
see if there's anything I know, but it gives us advantage, so I'm using it.
Can we check the underside of the island as well?
If there's any well, first if there's any like remains of like if his body did actually leave anything behind,
Doesn't seem to have.
and then also just check the state of everything down there from our vantage point.
Also inspect the moon.
Put the like a bat signal up in the air.
Yeah.
Searchlight.
Just point a light at
The
it.
moon seems to be cool, chill,
You
chilling
realize
in the
the
sky.
moon is a cardboard cutout stuck to the sky. Take it off. It's no longer there.
You do see, off in the very distance, down past a ring, just a almost like a black pearlesque, like almost like the size of a pearl, a black orb over where Eris would be.
What
You were
is
there a minute
that?
ago.
Yeah.
What?
That's a weird veil that is around the city and around several different cities, and apparently if you pass through it, you lose all your magic.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's not around Holland for some reason, and apparently it's not in the cities of Naya. That's of any comfort.
How have you discovered this?
We went to Eris with Lapis's parents, who is Sasha.
And we talked to Stent. That's what Stent said.
Indeed. Grave news to think that these are being projected on, as you said, many cities across this plane.
how do we get rid of it?
I don't know. Are they? I don't know. Are they like maybe originating from a point?
I was going to remark, its uniform size and radius indicates that it is likely being caused by something at the center of that sphere, does it not?
Can you
Could
talk
be.
to Paylor?
I can do my best. I am sure you have noticed it, but there has been a measure of unreliability with most magics of late. It will take me some time to commune with him, but I believe that the guidance of the gods is required at this time. We are in dire straits.
Then go for it. We'll give you the time.
You said that you reached that city. Rusa and Sasha are down there.
They're in a safe house right now, but there's also a lot of rioting going on. And important to note, a lot of the place is based around arcane shit or the church. completely gone.
What do you mean gone?
Like demolished, leveled, rubble.
These
And it wasn't the riders, at least as far as I could tell. It was something or someone else.
have gone as far as to destroy sacred sites.
It's the
single
city
one.
with the most order presence. Makes sense.
Disgusting. Is your furbolg friend down there or up here?
Up here, I think.
Good.
Friend.
Yes. Drug dealer, right?
Sure.
Speaking of drugs, you guys didn't think about Aether recently, did you?
No?
Nope, no.
Just
Not us.
No.
just wondering. Out of curiosity, I don't want any.
This port,
What even is Aether? I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, Solomon, every now and then he still has this thing. He's like, oh, I feel as though I must have poorly installed this port. I must fiddle with it. And he like, every now and then you walk in the forge, he's just like fiddling with the port and putting it back in, and he's not satisfied with it. It's just this strange little... Guys, why is it like that? It's empty. It's so empty. Anyway, I must ask you at some point about whatever you did to try and bring you back to life. But for now, I believe we must find Theodore and alert him as to the alienation of his daughter from this city. If you have indeed returned them down there, and they are now stuck, as you say it, talking to God will happen, by the way. It's just going to take me like a while.
No, that's fine.
Yes. What next?
I'm
then,
sure he's
Captain?
busy.
I do not doubt it.
Can I get Vanta and Tywin to roll me a perception check?
Why?
So where Lapis originally before, not the island.
21.
The
9.
came to is now under attack.
Yeah.
That has
With the 21, you notice that
He's gonna be happy with that.
as you're doing your little searchlight maneuver, and as suggested by Vanta, as you look up at the moon, you can see that there are a whole handful of barely perceptible at this distance, but still noticeable fissures and cracks running through the surface of the moon.
Guys, the moon's breaking.
I was joking when I said it was made of cardboard. That was merely a figure of speech.
No, I mean, I see cracks in it.
No, we were suspecting they were going to do something at its center.
Are we too late?
I don't know.
Why don't we go see and find out?
Okay, now so we too late?
You almost hear this like a reassuring voice in your mind. The fate of Vicoria is at a tipping point. Palor's wrath is also reaching her head. If this intrusion continues any further, I fear that he will raise the ground indiscriminately.
How long do we have left?
Something shrouds my vision from seeing any further.
Graz, can you help in any way? This is all open, by the way. I'm just like audibly just.
Yeah, we're on telepathy. Remember, you're just like mumbling to your dads. I just like,
There are certain locations all across your world, wreathed in darkness, and your satellite is unfortunately one of them, or at least certain locations upon it are wreathed in similar darkness. It rebuffs me, as does it with others.
When you say satellite, you mean
The moon.
How much power does it require to revert back in time? What can I offer to you both in order for us to go back just a day, 2 days? We just need a little more time.
This is sort of like silence that goes on a little too long.
I'll make my decision. I throw down Lachesis, I throw down the spear, 2 letters come down with it. There are like 2 sacks of like gold that just sit down. I'm like, you take your own warriors, go take back your power that was yours, 1 for each day that we get back to try and resolve all this, and that nothing goes awry, and that this world is saved. You'll no longer have to worry about me. You'll have your powers back. Just give us time.
You hear what sounds like glass break 1,000,000 times over. These fractures running through the very fabric of reality surround you. As for everyone that is on your ship, time flows as normal, but you look around you and everything else is just frozen in place. And that's all internet session.
God. Got chills there. Alright, well, thank you for joining us for session 82. And our friend Hamish will be giving us a recommendation of a video or board game.
So I'd like to recommend the upcoming Terraform
No,
Mars
no,
Dice game.
it's already on here.
No.
It's already
Which I
on
backed on
here.
Kickstarter. No, there's another standalone, different.
You spoke about this at the beginning of the session. It doesn't count. It's null and void.
And
Surely
we,
I've spoken about it on like another
You talk
occasion.
about terraforming Mars all the time.
and we also have the rule, surely, that if you recommend a game, all of the expansions and stuff
Yes.
of that game are
yes.
out. So
Technically, Ares Expedition is a different game.
Yes,
There's
that's
like
why-
main
Does it
game
have the
and
word
Yes.
terraforming Mars in it?
But
Yes.
you've
It's off the list.
already done that though. You've already done Ares Expedition, so you can't
Did I?
even. Yes, you have.
Oh, I haven't recommended the dice game.
No.
Stop it!
Terraforming Mars is done.
choose a new game. There's
It's
billions. There are so many.
All right. Real suggestion. There was a game I played quite a while ago, which was
scared
this,
now.
this wonderful combination of being a first-person shooter and a tower defense game. It was called Sanctum 2.
Oh yeah, Sanctum's good.
I really enjoyed it, and I haven't seen anything like it since I played it. There probably is games, I just haven't found any. I'm looking for counter recommendations because it's a wonderful style of game. But yeah, pretty much you just have increasingly difficult waves of enemies, and you build up a big maze for all those enemies to walk through with turrets on top of the maze, and then you back up your little tower defense with your own first-person shootery, and it's a good time, and it's co-op, and I had a lot of fun with it with some mates.
I don't care that I'm taking this off the recommendation list, but the only thing that's similar that I can think of is Orcs Must Die,
Oh yeah.
which is the same thing. You build
Orcs must die.
Orcs Must Die. Yeah, you build little mazes. The orcs come through. You
Oh,
shoot
yeah.
the orcs. It's still a shooter and tower defense at the same time. It's good.
Guys, you got 2 games for the price of 1.
Yeah.
Wow. We've just knocked off like the entire tower defense first person shooter
Hang on,
genre.
let me. You brought it up now.
All right.
Well,
great.
we'll continue
If you
our
mention a
little
genre, you can't
time
say
stop adventure.
else.
Yes, we will. So thank you for joining us. Follow us on all our social media, and also follow us on Twitch and subscribe to us on YouTube so you know exactly when we're doing this shit. But thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Dum dum.